We're live. What's up, YouTube? What's up, Shane? How are you doing, sir? I'm crunching through edits. It's the best thing ever. Only 19,999 more to go. Actually, I have no idea. All I know is it was more than 10,000 images. Hope everyone else is enjoying a wonderful day. What's up, WFO Rider? Oh, we got ourselves a Zolan. What's up, Zolan? He's so quiet. Can't even hear him.
Hearing anything? Why am I not hearing anything?
I don't know.
That's set
I
up.
can finally hear you. Ooh, free drinks. Ooh. Who turned off Zolan's headphones?
Okay. Nope.
Nope. No problem, WFO Writer.
That works. Okay, so maybe I'm not hearing anything because...
You can't hear anything because you have the monkey turned off.
Ah. Okay. Now I hear things, so apparently it's working.
Perfect.
But I'm hearing myself as well, so I got to stop that.
Yeah.
There we go.
Monitors is interesting.
It was face rig. I turned it on. I turned on the monitoring, so I was going to try out some of the vocal effects.
Gotcha.
Decided I hated them.
No, you gotta love them.
And I hate the fact that I cannot get OBS audio to act as a mic in StreamYard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Webcam, sure. Mic, no.
Nope. What's up, Mars?
Oh, we are live.
Oh, yeah. We are live. I am chugging through the culling of images.
I'm doing day job for 10 more minutes, and then I get to go take my lunch, aka go solder up on another drone.
Nice. This is my actual work, which is fun. There we go. Someone's coughing in the background.
Yeah, asthma.
No!
Nothing else. We
Asthma.
don't go anywhere. Oh, it's not quite true. Tomorrow I'm driving to Springfield.
Fishing. I've been shooting images for the last 3-4 days straight. 6 a.m. to about 9 p.m. Just taking pictures. Nothing fancy. One of the days we did go technically shooting and fishing because we wanted to make it look like these guys can catch some fish. So didn't work out so well because all the big fish were hiding. So pictures of guys wearing t-shirts with tiny fish wasn't the best. What's Zolan been up to? Just working?
Today, yeah, work. Last night I worked on my second home-built drone some,
Nice.
and it's actually going much better than my first one.
What's up, Info Mario? You need to get one of those mills now. It's time for you to get a mill and or laser cutter so you can cut your own frames.
Yeah, I want to get a laser cutter. Not
Yeah.
just for frames, but for props.
Yeah.
So I actually need one of those laser cutters that has X, Y, and Z, and possibly rotation.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, basically a laser CNC.
Hmm.
Because I'm sitting here picturing carbon fiber props.
That'd be fun.
Probably not practical, which would be why nobody makes them for the most part. But
Yeah,
if I
you
could
never
get some
know.
if I can get some props that can survive hitting a tree.
You need those titanium ones.
But at the same time, break a prop, save the motor.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
So
It'd be nice if you could just mass produce your own cheap props. That way you can
yes,
just, I mean, it's not like they're super expensive, but they're also not cheap.
if I had a way to print polycarbonate reliably, I could.
The death drone, yeah, with titanium blades.
Titanium chromium, so they don't. So they, if they do flex, they flex back rather than just outright snapping.
So any idea to compensate perpendicular Z on the Mark 3S? Should
That's,
already do XYZ compensation. I mean, should and does is two different things, but yeah, they started. I haven't had one full wedding this entire year. But next week, supposedly, I'll have my first. First full entire day wedding.
can you resin print polycarbonate?
They make polycarbonate type resins and ABS type resins.
My printer is not big enough. Well, actually, it is big enough for the little drones.
Yeah. What's up, Sharif? What's up, Mickey? My hands hurt so bad from holding cameras.
Yep. Did you try lithophane on photon?
Lithophanes are fun on resin.
I have yet to do a lithophane on a resin, and I do not own a photon. Only resin I own is a longer orange 10.
Heard those are
Because
pretty good.
it was only 130 bucks. Oh, I did get in, and I'll show them when I go on my lunch. I'll put it on camera. I used the coupon code from Minted 3D
Mm-hmm.
and got 2 of the silicone 3D pen build mats,
Nice.
and it's interesting. I've yet to actually try it, but it looks like it'd be pretty useful because it's got lines in it that you can use, that you can fill with the 3D filament from the pen.
Yeah,
So
and then you use as a
so you have a
base.
perfectly square base or perfectly whatever base.
Nice. Why is my phone going off like crazy? Better not be somebody wanting me to take any pictures, because I will.
Hey, Mars Gizmo, if you want me to stream with the new Blackmagic 6K camera, send me one.
Yeah, I will gladly stream with a Blackmagic streaming camera. Just go ahead and get me set up to have one.
Actually, somebody recently built a drone that's carrying around the Blackmagic camera.
Oh, that's dope. That'd actually be super cool.
I actually would like one for dog shows because at that resolution, I could record the down and back and going around and all that stuff, and I can pull frames out as actual still shots.
Yeah. It is getting longer. I normally trim it every like month. I just this is my I guess my COVID rally beard. When COVID's over, my beard will go back to normal. A drone with airbags would be dope. That's more weight. That's something we don't want on our drone. Make a Mylar airbag, huh? That has no weight. You could spot fleas. Yeah, S-curve. I mean, it seems to be working. I haven't had any print issues. Print quality looks good.
So what's S-curve?
S-curve acceleration. It uses some pre-made math. That way, it doesn't jitter as much. You don't get as much vertical banding from the ghosting and stuff.
I may have to upgrade my firmware and give that a shot.
Heck yeah. It makes the motion look really smooth because it's dampening at every corner.
Right. So if you're doing something like a heavy honeycomb infill or whatever, you don't have to worry about it getting off step.
Yep. It's pretty nice.
Hey, Viking.
Viking man. What lens was that? It was a 35. Wow. Oh boy, I have not even a quarter of the way through this single bat. This was just day 1.
Hey, Marcel.
What image am I at?
Wrong window.
Oh boy. Marcel! I forgot. I'm going to post the stream link in the chat because literally anyone wants to join, feel free. Unless I want to murder you in real life, then you know you're not allowed. Hey, what's
Hi,
up,
guys.
Viking?
Waiting for my girlfriend, so I have a few minutes probably.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, you
What's
only
up?
need a few minutes.
Yeah.
You look
What are
ready
you guys
for
doing?
some lovin'.
Always.
I'm editing.
I am actually
nice.
setting my work jabber to lunch, and now I'm going to go solder up stuff. Yay!
Soldering thing. Oh, we lost Viking. His girlfriend must have came out.
Cell phone.
See you, Marcel. Marlin standard software. I mean, I just need someone to test it. It should be ready. Should be is, you know, the term that we use very lightly here. There we go. It's no longer the test. It's the Viking.
Yeah. Don't go into settings on the cell phone and try to change the name.
Nope.
Drop out. Yeah. So it's still light outside. I'm not a vampire.
Oh, you're not. Yeah, but you could be wearing lots of sunscreen.
No. Oh, I need to get a bit closer to the router.
What's up, Robbie?
So.
Oh, you're using Wi-Fi.
Stealing the lady's Wi-Fi when she doesn't even know it.
Yep. So. Yeah, chat works. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
It's an outdoor Viking.
Yeah. Hey, Robbie.
We've got a Robbie Mac.
And he's gone again.
It was cool. So the first day of shooting that we did was at a national CrossFit company, and the actual guy who runs like the main CrossFit, he wants to use some of these images for the national campaign.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of cool. And then the second day of shooting, we were shooting on an airport, a classic style airport where everyone flies those smaller planes.
Nice.
So.
Hang on a second.
All right, see you, Viking. Have fun with your lady friend. Remember, don't do anything I would do.
Sorry, I was just changing my shirt before I get on camera because the shirt I was wearing is technically political now.
Damn it! You can't wear Sesame Street T-shirts on stream anymore. We all know Sesame Street is evil now.
Oh.
I think. I don't know.
Okay. Let's see if that works. Had to reboot my camera. Well, it is a S7 Samsung.
That's a little older, isn't it?
Yep. Being S20's out, I have an S10 as my primary.
Gotcha.
The S7 is what got replaced by the S10, so I figured why not use it as a camera for streaming.
Does it make sense?
So now I can turn that off, turn that off, turn that off, and turn that on.
Hey, there we go. That's a big printer in that little box.
Mm-hmm.
That thing a printer in that the light box has lights in it, or is that just
Yes.
an enclosure?
That is inside that printer is what I call the Frankenender. That is the Ender.
Friender.
Yep, it's an Ender 3 that has the 3D fused rail kit, a Hemera, 3-point leveling, EasyFlex 2, SKR 1.4 turbo with TMC 5160s, meanwhile power supply. It's no longer an Ender 3.
It's a sender.
So let me get the remote desk, not remote,
He's
but
got basement insulation. Lucky guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually doing it on my laptop this time. See how well that works.
It's working.
Yeah.
So this is the...
I'm a quarter of the way in on day one.
The minted design pad.
Oh, yeah.
And those are actual grooves in it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And it's double-sided measurements. I'll have to give it a try later.
With solder. Look, my soldering is now a rectangle.
Okay. So I don't know if you saw Wednesday, but...
I didn't see shit. I haven't been home.
It flew.
Nice.
This is the one I built myself.
Oh, yeah.
Well, assembled. But whatever.
Yeah, you bought the bits. You made the thing.
Yes. And it does fly. I got to do some tweaks to it, and I have a GPS on the way for it.
We don't need no stinking GPS.
But now I need to unsolder the wire connectors from this so I can use different wire.
Nice. Gonna go with that nice fancy wire, huh? It's funny, one of the models that was in the shoot, he showed up unshaven, and then we started at 6 a.m. It's now 8:48 by the time on the camera, and his 5 o'clock shadow is already on. Went from completely clean shaven to 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 45 minutes later to having an actual stubble on his face. I remember when I used to be able to grow stubble. I just grow an inch of hair every day.
Okay, people who use very small blue text on a dark blackish, almost grayish black background, you suck.
Yeah, Twitter.
Oh no, well yeah, Twitter. Oh, except for I can change the font size on that. I'm talking about physical product here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not a fan of
like those blue resistors.
Yeah.
Those things are those are so hard to read.
No, this
Travis.
this flight controller, all the masking to tell you what pin is what is in a dark blue
Against a black.
against
TV.
black. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Just what you want.
Yeah.
That's not actually what I want, is it?
Could be worse. could have done absolutely nothing to it and had no coating whatsoever.
True. Well, except for
Seen
then
that before.
I'd go find the actual manual for it.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to go find the schematic somewhere on some random GitHub or on their website.
Oh, I mean, like Creality.
Yeah. Or Big Tree Tech, who
Oh God, yeah.
they like to give us really lame tripod on the couch. Hell yeah. I'm joining tripod on the couch.
Hey, what's up, peeps?
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Someone
it actually
Simplify
changed.
3D. Just go use Idea Maker. It's the same thing, but it's free.
For a minute, I thought that was Dan in his garage that he has not migrated to.
Yeah, he needs to migrate
Nope.
to that garage.
So, figure I
Let's do it
just
this way.
I got the day off. I figure I'd just say,
Lucky.
hey, peeps. I've been silent for a while. Just been busy with work and stuff. So,
You better be busy with work and stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
so channel 1 goes to
Taking the
RX.
train every morning.
not anymore. I mean, well, you're in Rockford, so you would take a different train line to Chicago, but the train that's right next to my house is on holiday schedules. It's been that way for months, so
Yeah.
I'm not going to wait 2 hours in between to go to and from work
This makes
between
sense.
train lines. So what's everyone up to?
I'm
Less
editing.
Editing? Oh,
Building a drone.
4 straight days of ad campaign images.
oh, great.
Yeah. It won't be
I
the
figure I
last
might as well
time.
get this guy going and
MPCNC.
cleaned up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Are you doing local ad campaigning stuff?
Yeah, it's for Oscar Mike.
Cool.
So technically local. They're out in Marengo, which is
I know where
20
Marengo
minutes
is.
from here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
because Travis, you can't just copy start G codes, unfortunately, because every single slicer uses a different tags for everything. Like startup, you know, the normal stuff is, but like when you want to like heat the nozzle, it's not always the same.
So of course I drop the tiny nano receiver and it falls right into a box that's full of miscellaneous stuff.
Oh, I have the Harbor Freight workbench, and that has holes, peg holes.
Yep.
And I shit you not, every time I have a screw, it falls into one of those holes, man. I'm like, I actually gotta get
It is
another
the
one.
abyss.
Yeah, it is. But luckily, there's drawers underneath. But that has a lot of my common use tools in that. So,
I'm on lunch.
No.
Why does everybody wait to email me until I'm on lunch?
They're on
no,
lunch, ready to email.
no, it's like I'm up at 6:30 in the morning for work, and then it's like everyone starts emailing me at like 9:30, and then up to in the morning through 9:30 at night. So it's like,
That's that news.
yeah,
I mean, I have clients that email me. I just don't have to respond until
yeah.
the morning.
So I need to find
Yeah.
one.
So I'll get some stuff like at 11
Yeah,
11 p.m.
if it's in a reasonable hour, right, Chris? I mean, it's not like it's, I will respond to, my out of office is on, and I mean, my phone is just exploding, and I'm like, good thing that you're getting my out of office. So,
or else you're getting angry. Why did you wake me up? Email.
yeah. So, yep.
Have I opened the box yet? You mean this gigantic Modelo box that was sent to me?
What is that?
Devin and Justin apparently did something, and they sent it to me in a giant box.
I was gonna say, you got some pretty super arm strength if you picked it up like that for a Modelo case. So, yeah, so let's pick it up by the pinky.
Well, what's funny is like I had someone over the other day like, who mailed you a case of Modelo? I'm like, there's no beer in there, bro.
Yeah. Man,
I was
look
wondering where
at
that
those
was going.
biceps, man.
That's all his forearms, dude. It's from the years of masturbating. You get
Oh,
really
wow.
strong
Ambidextrous,
Popeye
huh?
forearms.
Yes.
Yeah, you've been alone too long when you can switch hands without missing a beat.
Yeah.
Devin, I haven't opened the box yet. I was told that I was not supposed to open it until at least Devin and Justin were in the same stream with me.
It's better than beer. That's it.
No. No.
I will definitely be partaking in game night and beverages tonight because my body. Like
Are
I
you
had an imprint of the camera. I mean, it's still there. Like there's an imprint of the edge of the camera in the palm of my hand. Like you can see that little line. That's not supposed to be there.
so
It's
you
an indent from holding the camera for
so do you
over
do photo
10,000.
retouching as well?
Well, yeah, I have to go through and then do all the. I'm doing the culling right now, picking out what looks good, and then I'm gonna have to go back in and edit and stylize and
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, tonight will definitely be a Fall Guys, CS:GO, and
All that.
Jack in the Box night.
I haven't played CS:GO in a long time.
Neither have I, but we played last week, and I'm like, I remember why I like this game.
I can't play it.
I need to bust out the Switch, man. I haven't played the Switch in like 6 months. So
I just played it this morning when I woke up. I was on Animal
I
Crossing for
yeah, I
about
mean
an
it's
hour.
I heard that there's an
3D
Animal Crossing.
All-Stars coming out.
I heard in Animal Crossing that you can get political signs on there. I'm like, nope, no, thank you.
No. And first of all,
I mean, you have to do that yourself. You can.
yeah,
Okay.
it wasn't Nintendo who did it, even though Nintendo's getting blamed for it.
Yeah.
My sister actually works for Nintendo.
Yeah, I mean, I think just personally, get that stuff out of games and sports, and just be done with it. Okay.
Well, Nintendo didn't do anything.
Oh, I know,
You
I
can,
know,
You
it's
can
the-
like create your own T-shirts. You can create your own
Yeah.
signs, just however you want, because it's
Okay.
always been part of the game.
So it's like
Yep.
an open platform type game where you
Yeah,
can just be very creative. Okay.
yeah,
Yes.
you can. Yeah,
Okay,
And it was
so-
actually Biden supporters those supporters, sorry, to start with. And then the campaign office went, "Oh, we can do that," and now they're doing it.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
it's
the first one that did it was I can't remember the name of the food company, but the food
Yep.
company's like, you bring us your turnips, because like the exchange is in turnips for money. Like it's kind of
Okay.
like it's called the stock exchange, is what a lot of people call it. So you buy turnips on Sunday, and then you have turnip prices that go up and down throughout the week.
yeah,
And you try to
because
sell them on the high and buy them on the low. But if they expire, which means that you waited till next Sunday and you didn't sell any, a company will donate like a bottle of water
I'm
or
not doing
something
that
for
part yet.
every single expired turnip you bring them.
yeah.
And they're doing that. I'm like, that's a cool way of using the platform.
Yeah, that is because for me, not for anyone else, just for me, personal opinion. I anything that it's a turnoff for me. Anything political and anything is just a turnoff, no matter who you represent.
No Call of Duty.
Well, no,
No.
okay. So if it was passed, say if it was like an old Reagan banner or something, right? So
No
say
Fallout.
yeah. So if it's like
I remember
something
going
current,
to the arcade
no.
to play that sniper game, SWAT, and
Yeah.
getting that logo of say no to drugs.
What's up, Mickey?
Okay, yeah, that's I could get that. I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
except for I don't want to wait the 5 seconds for that to go away so I can actually play
that's
the
true.
damn game.
That's true. Okay, yeah. See, that's what. Yeah, I don't want to be hit with banners and stuff.
Yeah, none of that comes up in Animal Crossing.
So
Your island is your island. You
Okay.
don't even have to look. You have to go find those things. Like you have to go
Which
onto a
is why
forum
which is also what makes
and
it
search
hilarious.
the forum for those pre-made. Someone makes them and you can share them with friends.
Okay.
So you have to go to a forum, go find it, and then download it yourself if you want to add it to your island. They're not. You can't just make. You can't just download it. Openly.
It doesn't
Okay.
appear.
Well,
Yeah.
that's why I'm asking you, Chris, because it's like I don't play the game, so it's like I have no judgment. That's why I said I heard that's on there.
It's
Doesn't
the
mean
most
that
innocent game you can ever play. You
Okay.
literally can't lose. It has little animals. Nobody says anything political ever. Well, there was one that was funny. They broke the fourth wall in the game one time. One of the characters, every once in a while, a character would be like, "Oh my god, imagine if this was just a video game and you were just playing it and we were just animated." And they're like, "Ha, just kidding. I'm just fooling you." Yeah, they never say anything. Like it's. Yeah.
And that's the way it should be. That's good.
It's a kid's game.
Yeah. Well, and when
That's been
anything-
overran by late teens and early adults.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like I always tell my kids in their school, if you get someone that's on either side of politics,
Any of politics.
pushing anything on you, you come to me because everyone's entitled to their opinion, but you cannot. If it's not in the history book, that teacher shouldn't be pushing it, right? So I said, politics needs to stay out of a lot of things, and schools
That'd be
and
really
games
bad
and stuff.
most of the American history books are crafted
Missing.
around
Oh, I know.
misrepresenting political things like let's say that Custer was a good person.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. No, I got DSLR. I have 3.
Yeah, American history is biased.
Oh
That's
yeah,
all, man.
and well, and the biggest problem I said I have no problem with history classes at all. I'm a history buff, but and yes, there is a ton of stuff being missing. I said the problem I always had is when I went to school, those books were like 10 years out of date before I even set foot in that class.
Yeah, it's the
They
same
still
now,
are.
man. It's like,
yeah,
but now they're like 50 years out of date because they just
Yeah.
keep regurgitating the same.
yeah.
Same
It's like
thing.
okay, the space shuttle is just starting out. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Where's the SpaceX chapter
yeah,
in my
yeah.
history book?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's probably one of the most important parts of for space. It's independent companies going and doing it now.
Amanda
So
got it. The books are written by the winners. That is correct.
yep, yep. So
Which is always funny when you, not to go too political, the people are complaining about the Confederate statues coming down. I'm like, you do know those aren't ancient. They were made in modern time and made directly in opposition of certain groups of people being able to vote, and
Yep.
and they're not even made well. They're just made really cheaply and mass produced so they can put places. And people are like, no way, those things are like 100, 200 years old.
no,
Nope.
they're not.
Nope.
But no, it's like it's like I think that there's for anything like that, there needs to be bipartisan voting. Everyone. I mean,
No. Stop right there. It does not need to be bipartisan. We need to get rid of the parties. Period.
Well, no. Okay, I'm not talking about parties.
But
Okay,
that's what bipartisan means.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
two-party. Yeah.
Okay, so I totally agree that this 2-party thing is way overdone now. I mean, it needs to be gone, right?
Yep.
Oh,
Because only people that suffer, guess who?
the voters.
Yes,
Well, if they
No,
vote.
not even the voters.
American people.
Yeah.
Okay, it's way outdated, and all we have seen for the last couple decades is why it needs to be gone.
I was just talking about that because again, I was photographing for Oscar Mike's with all these, vets and ex-military guys, and it came up, and basically the conclusion is whether you're red or blue, you're both wrong because
Yeah.
it's just a different team with a different color on.
Yes. Oh, I went to the other party. Okay, whatever. Congrats. Do you want a pin? You want your participation trophy now?
The only party that matters is the Donner Party.
So,
Dude, I watched the wacky history of that. Weird History had a really good video on that on YouTube. I don't know if you ever watched Weird History.
Yep.
They had the actual legitimate what happened, all the stories behind it, and why they were so dumb to do what they did. Well, not the eating part, but the why they left and when they left and how they got. Basically, it was just a big scam. Someone made a secret pass that was faster, but never actually tested it. They're like, this is going to be faster if you do this, because straight line is always faster. So it was supposed to
but
make.
unfortunately, it seems like you have to be red or blue, and that's it, right? It's
Yeah, they missed the white part.
Yeah, so
Oh no, they didn't miss the white part.
red, white, and blue.
I mean, it's just amazing that it's what you see where we can't even pass a bill to help the American people, and it's been over 2 months.
Yep.
So
It's even worse because I hang out with all these injured vets, and it's like we just want the health care that
Mhm.
we were promised.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
I don't want to have to worry about getting sick and having a $1.1 million bill afterwards.
That was crazy.
Oh, hey, I'm with you there, Zolan. I mean, it's when
I've already got over $100,000 in medical.
I had
I'm sure
that
you
when I
do
was
too.
15. When I was 15, my
Yep.
mother and I, when we both went through chemo and cancer at the same time, my average bill it was over 30 years ago for one 6-day round of chemo. 1 day. Contradicting, right? 1 day, 6 day. Okay, 6 a day plus rounds of treatment for chemo. was over $500,000.
Yep.
That was over 30 years ago. We used to just look at our bills between the chemo treatments, okay? Because again, my mother was at the same time, and she passed away that same year.
Oh, sorry.
And it's 30 years ago, right? With inflation and everything. Oh my God! And now, finally, I got the good news about not having to go every 3 months to see my oncologist and getting a CAT scan every 6 months.
Mhm.
Just in my co-pays and everything else, I'm over $13,000 in debt just right now because of all the 6 years of tests.
Yep.
So, and it's like, I get where, the Medicare and Medicaid for all and all that stuff. I love the idea of not having a copay and all that, but when the government dictates what you are able to do and, and stuff like that, nope.
My
I can't
problem
do
is
it.
medical in general being for profit.
Yes, I have a problem with that too. So, it's
But it's
it
for
shouldn't be.
profit. That's
But we're a for-profit
that's
world, and yes,
sectioned off
for-profit.
by government going like, well, here's this medical company, but I can't. You're not allowed to compete with that other one because there's a border that blocks you.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you have, like, I forget, there was this baby overseas in a European country or something that was refused treatment because the cost was too much. I was all over the news a couple years ago. And it's
I've
because,
been denied treatment because I didn't have medical insurance at the time.
Yeah.
well, I look at what my brother, he had
Well,
I ended up in
was,
ICU. I ended up in the ICU twice.
What's
because
his
of
name? Gosh darn it. Llama. He got denied because he didn't have insurance when his leg got all messed up.
Yep.
They're just like, here's some pain meds. Good luck.
Yeah, if it doesn't kill you, they don't have to treat you.
Oh yeah, my brother, he went in. He didn't have insurance, and he had a pain in his side, and we kept on pushing him to go see the doctor. For like 6 months, he was complaining about it. He goes in for the free clinic across the street. He walks in, and the woman just looks at him and says, "You're in trouble."
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Why?" Your skin tone. You're in trouble.
Jaundice.
Mm-hmm. Badly. Stage 4 colon cancer at 42.
Jesus.
Yeah, and he didn't have to pay one medical bill throughout the whole thing.
Even with insurance, it took me literally passing out from the pain in front of the ER doctor before they would admit me.
Yeah. No one should have to go through that, but I'm afraid that if we do go that route where they want to do the Medicaid or Medicare for all, is that you're on now a list of, we're not going to treat you because you're now old and something like that.
You're gonna die anyway.
Yeah, so
You lived a good life. I'm 43. Yeah, that's good.
Yep.
That's actually the worry with my wife if she catches COVID, because she has enough other issues, they might not treat her.
Mm-hmm. That's unfortunate for that underlying condition that really affects everyone when you get it. And when you were getting onto flu season, that's right here practically. If you get both, you're screwed. So.
I'm actually currently on an accommodation for my work because of COVID. And today they discovered somebody actually popped positive at my building.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, it's not that uncommon to be next to someone anymore that's had it or have it.
I've lost 6 friends to it.
Yeah.
I met 2 acquaintances.
I've known.
Yeah, you go get him, Husky. Go get him. Go
Stop
get him.
talking. Stop talking about COVID. That's what the dog is saying.
Cookie.
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 Yeah, I don't know. It's a
touchy subject right now.
Well, no, everything is right now. It's almost like we're on the border of a civil war.
Oh, I firmly believe that.
It's. I never. I asked some people that should be my parents. I don't have anyone. My parents both passed long ago. Has politics always been this bad?
Yes.
And this brutal with the two sides and all this other crap in the Congress, Senate, and all this crap.
The only reason I say yes is because of the Great Commie Scare.
Oh
and
yeah.
the Japanese internment camps.
Yeah. Heck, even when my grandparents were brought over from Germany, there was that no one wanted to trust. Like a lot of people change their last names.
Oh
If it
yeah,
sounded
I
too
heard about that.
German, they change their last names. A lot of times because they didn't want to get people really afraid that if you're German, you're Nazi. It was automatic.
Yeah, my mother was German. She was adopted by a American troop. So, yeah, it was actually not. She was adopted. She was married to. Okay, so her grandfather married someone with her daughter and adopted her. That was German. So, but yeah, it's a. I just that's what I never even looked at the political landscape until now, and that's why I warned my kids in school. Just let me know if a teacher gets really pushy on a subject because that's not what it's about. So, everyone's entitled to their opinions on
What's up, Michael Cassell?
where they want to go, but I don't want it driven into my kids.
Dave, it'd be so awesome if we can
Same with the other subject.
take two
Yep.
two people like Captain America and Iron Man, and then let them fight, and whoever wins, that's it. We don't even care. Like they just okay, battle's done.
I want
Yep.
stack ranked voting for POTUS. Because that removes the whole party thing from it.
Yeah.
I just say shorter terms.
Oh my God! No,
You know how many
no
people
lifelong
quit
politicians.
politics and no lifetime paychecks. You don't.
Yeah.
Apparently, my radio doesn't want to power up.
Because I was checking. I'm like, why? Because my wife is a school bus driver and a lunch supervisor, and she was supposed to go back at the beginning of the year. They were planning for both, right? And then all of a sudden, nothing. They said the day before she was supposed to start her bus route, school said we're remote learning. I'm like, okay. So, because she worked at one company for 24 years, then switched to another one, she was only entitled to $51 a week of unemployment.
Yeehaw, it works.
And so,
Yeah.
So I'm like, why hasn't the other stimulus part been done for Illinois? So I look and I go and I'm like, a month later they just submitted it at the end of last month. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Well, the worst part about all that is we just go more and more debt with the federal government every time we take it. It's not a win.
It's not. But you know what? It definitely helps too. Like for us, where she's like, the district already got the money for the bus routes in the company, right? They're not going to refund the taxpayers about that by furloughing all these bus drivers that they want to be on call for when the bus routes go back online, right?
Yeah.
So she's stuck between a rock and a hard place with her employer. So it's like, wait, is the school's going to pay us? Yes or no? Well, I don't know if I can even get unemployment, and it's like,
that's such a. My buddy Kevin, I fish with him all the time. He works for a fleet bus company as a mechanic. He's a fleet mechanic. So when they had the hurricanes hit, a bunch of no one's busing right now. No one's ordering charter buses to go anywhere right now.
Yeah.
But when like the union guys, like the electricians and whatever, want to go to Florida after hurricane and help out, they need to get the fleet ready in case they get hired. So they called him in last week to come in, and he just broke 40 hours by like 10 minutes. So he lost his unemployment.
Oh.
And then he can't reapply for 3 weeks. And then they might hook him back up on unemployment. And
what's worse is he doesn't even count as being unemployed unless he's collecting unemployment.
Yeah. So just because the one time they had, this is what sucks is like the job is like you have to come in.
Yeah.
Because if you don't come in when they need you, they'll write you up and then say he didn't want to come in and he'll get a strike and he won't get his unemployment anyway. So he has to come in. If he goes over 40 hours in 1 week, in one pay period, he's off of unemployment. And they are so low on, because basically the issue is like they probably could have gotten it done in less time, but because of the COVID, the company got rid of all their surplus material. So they didn't have any antifreeze. They didn't have any of the stuff to fix the machines. So literally they had to go and buy all the stuff, which delayed everything. So the reason it took so long, it took them just like a little bit over 40 hours because the company didn't have any of the equipment to finish the job on time. And they also pick the worst trucks. They're like, here's 61, which is this truck that needs like literally everything done.
Well, and that's what the school was saying. So she was let go in March of last year, or April-ish, somewhere around there, right? Not let go, but they stopped her routes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then throughout the whole time, they said everyone was asking, are we going to get paid? Well, she couldn't file for unemployment because of that scenario, right? She wasn't let go. She wasn't terminated, furloughed or terminated.
Yeah,
So,
if they didn't officially furlough you, you were screwed.
Yeah, so she was screwed. She was not able to collect. And then finally, 2 months later, they said, we're going to pay you guys. And I was like, then after that, she was able to file after the official school year. And then now she's in the same boat again. So she's like, before her getting an x-ray, today she's going to meet up with some of her, co-workers and find out what's going on. But it's like, you can't do that to someone twice in less than a year. Okay.
Oops.
Yeah. And be like, oh, it's okay. And then you go on to, Pittsker's Twitter and say, oh, I just filed it 3 days ago, when this has been out for a month.
Yep.
Because I said, okay, because, we all know what FEMA money goes to, literally, right? I mean, what it should be used for, but it's, again, like what Chris said, we're just getting more and more in debt as a nation. But if it's going to help us out, I'm not going to say no, but because our situation is a little bit different than some others out there.
Oh, yeah.
I was unemployed for a year. And the only reason I think we made it is because my wife and I are both slightly doomsday preppers.
Yeah.
So I had tons of supplies. Anybody else would have been screwed.
Oh, a hobby. Oh, got COVID-19 Sunday. My symptoms are no taste or smell. Slight headache. Had worse hangovers. And, that's the thing with a lot of people. They said that they didn't even know that they had COVID.
Yeah, it's very asymptomatic.
Yeah, and then you got the other side of the spectrum that is just absolutely deadly to them, right?
Yep.
So,
Especially
I hope you get better, hobby.
Conditions.
So, and that's the thing is,
we had something like
Go ahead.
we had something like that go through the office in like February, March. There was one coworker that had been sick from like December with like a chest pain thing, like a chest thing, like kind of like, like
bronchitis,
kind of half like what's it called? Pneumonia, kind of like.
Oh yeah.
Kind of symptoms like that. And another coworker had cough, almost the entire time, like in February or whatever. And they wouldn't give him, either one of them, a test to see if they had COVID or not, because they weren't in direct contact with anyone who had COVID, which was kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean,
did they go to the store once?
Yep.
Did they go outside? Yeah, they always want to make excuses.
Yeah, I mean,
and then there's if you wore a mask, you'd be okay. No, it's droplets. If somebody in a store, in an aisle, coughed without a mask, and then 10 minutes later I walk through there and I don't have eye protection on, guess what? I could possibly have it.
Well,
my immune system is that shot.
Well, think about me with the cross-contamination on crutches, right?
Yep.
I cannot touch anything without touching my crutches. So if I reach for an aisle and someone's grabbed that box before,
yep,
I take my hand and I put it back on my crutches. Okay.
Dan.
So it's like, okay, wait a minute. My kids and wife has said I've been a germaphobe ever since they've known me. And I said, that's why. Okay. You know how cautious I have to be? This is why I don't do, resin printing, because the cross-contamination with me is so severe with everything I do that it's like I literally have to pay attention. Oh my God, yeah. It was bad enough when I was soldering, I tasted flux. Okay, I was like, oh.
Yes.
That's the most disgusting taste ever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, and I'm an avid I love soldering, but
Yeah.
my workbench is set up in a way where I don't have to worry about cross contamination, and plus it's in a little area. It's not like resin where you're just handling that stuff everywhere. And the fume.
Yeah.
How's the fumes for you? Whoever's doing resin,
They're
Depends on the
okay.
brand.
it's the
Yeah.
brand.
They're okay.
It's the brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some brands
Um,
will give me a headache and like the whole house smells, and some brand like the Anycubic resin for me was like a whole house smells.
My
Okay.
wife has COPD, so I have it in a completely different room than her. And when I end up moving to the other side, I won't be able to resin print in here at all until she's done doing the puppy thing and they go to their new homes.
Yeah, it's
I got it. I use a filter, and that takes care of like 90% of it.
yeah, because it's like we have an attached garage, and I mean any smell just bleeds through even though there's a fire barrier between the wall,
So
at least
Jesse?
the one wall, the main wall, but the smell still seeps. So
yeah.
Yeah. But
it's,
back to the coworker thing. Yeah, this was back in December, January, February, before any of the mask stuff, or even I don't even think there's anyone in the United States that had officially had it yet. So
yeah, in
so, like-
January there was 3 cases
yeah,
reported.
yeah,
So
yeah. So that's kind of where that was. Is like like they were requesting to get tested because they weren't sure what the hell it was, because not being able to breathe for a couple of months is kind of ridiculous. But
Yeah, been there.
yeah, so
yeah,
and
that's-
well, with the testing, from what I read, is that they'll keep on, like doubling up to try to find the string, even no matter how mild of you have in your blood or wherever what the test results are. They do multipliers on it until they either find it or it's just absolutely no trace. So, and someone told me that they went through like a Walgreens or a CVS, and it felt like they were just being like a car salesman. You want to test? You want to test? I'm like, okay, no.
Well, they make money per each test they make. So
Yeah.
anytime they have the flu shot, it's like, dude, they make like the employee themselves makes a buck.
Well, the church down the street just opened up for COVID testing, and my daughter was like, "Why would they be doing it?" I said, "Revenue. That's the only reason." So it makes sense, honestly. If by all means, do it. So and plus, I know where one is right across the street now. If in case I need to get it done, I don't have to drive 30 minutes out of my way.
Or go to a dirty, dirty hospital.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing back in April. Okay, so this is during one of my CAT scans I get done. I used to get done every 6 months. I went in. They used one of those infrared, thermometers on my forehead. Yes, just like that. I have one too. And they're like, "Oh, you're a little cold." I'm like, "It's cold outside." I said, "I would be a corpse, okay? Let me warm up." It's like,
What's up, Microtech?
and I'm like, so I go through, and usually I have to sit down, right? They hand me a puck, right? It's like waiting at a restaurant.
96.9, baby.
And
Mine says 94.
and
I'm wearing a hat.
yeah,
Oscar
Which is-
Mike.
nice. And so I'm used to getting a puck and sitting down for 15 minutes waiting.
Oh, I didn't check for that.
And they just wing me around. The lady at the front desk is almost ready to fall asleep. She's actually complaining for how slow it is. And there's no one in this hospital. And I don't know, Chris, if you know the one that's on County Farm or Barrington and
Just in
Amita.
Barrington Monday.
Yeah, so it's right on Barrington Road.
Mhm.
Amita Health now. It used to be Humana, and Alexian Brothers. So that's the hospital I go to for my oncology. I get in there, I just do the paperwork, and then usually I have to wait another 15 to 20 minutes. Nope, go right to the CAT scan. I'm like, this is April. So I'm laying down, getting ready, and they're getting the injection in me for the contrast. And I asked her, I said, "There's no one in the parking lot. There's no waits. What's the occupancy here?" They said, "Oh, it's about 15% or lower." "Oh, is that because of COVID?" It's like, "No, we only have 3 COVID patients here."
Oh wow, that's nice.
I'm like, this is one of the biggest suburban hospitals back in April. Okay. I'm like, wow. She's like, yeah. And they made an announcement that someone was leaving. They did like got a blessing and stuff, another saved patient, at that time. And it just, I was wondering at that point how many other hospitals were, the same way. I know that there was a lot of crises out there, but
It depends on the city a lot. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like Chicago was really bad. Like the 4 main hospitals in the city were like overrun,
Mm-hmm.
and they'd slowed everything down. Like our hospital, they furloughed many of the employees because they just weren't doing like they're just like, hey, if it's an elective surgery that you don't need to get done right now, they just told everyone like, hey, for now, just we don't need to do that.
Yeah.
And then the ICU was pretty packed. From my friends that work at that hospital and stuff, and some of the work I've done with them. But they did that on purpose to keep it pretty calm.
Yeah.
So like my buddy does all the labs, so he was doing all the COVID-19 tests and putting them all together and sending them out to where they needed to go to get the testing done. And normally he would have like 200 or 300 total tests per day. He had like 20. So everything just kind of slowed down because again, they were just told people like they did phone interviews for most of the stuff. Like, hey, what are your symptoms? What is this? They're like,
I have only had one in-person doctor appointment since all this has started.
No, I've had about 6. So, but now that's down to once a year. So.
But I also live 70 miles away.
Oh yeah, well that would.
I've had none. I did
from my
2
doctor.
phone.
Anyways, Chris, let's get back to 3D printing here instead of me just like
I'm
making
editing
everyone
Americans.
This
guy has one
editing
leg.
Americans. Nice.
He has
Hey,
a blade foot.
hey, then we should meet up.
Yeah, Earl the Granville.
Is he? Which leg is amputated?
Left leg,
We
Right.
could share shoes.
right above the knee. What's funny is both my amputees for the shoot were left leg amputees.
Nice.
One higher up and Earl is just above the knee.
Yeah,
Earl also has damage to his right leg from the shrapnel. So
that sucks, man.
yeah, it was. I think it was a bomb underneath the. They were in a. I'm trying to remember the whole story, but he was in a carrier, basically a transport for troop carrier, troop carrier, and the bomb went off underneath, and I think it took out everyone but him and another guy, and he had shrapnel in his right leg, and the left leg was basically just destroyed.
I would get people in my commute to work and stuff. They'll be like, "Oh, thank you." And I'm like, at first, I'm like, over 15 years ago, I'm like, what do you mean, thank you? And I'm like, and then I've gotten so used to it. I just, oh no, I appreciate you thinking that because you got two types of people out there. Either A, think that I lost my leg to like a freak accident, or B,
Bear trap.
yeah, train, alligator. So, or when I went to Great America, I'd be like, don't get on that ride. Look what happened. So,
Dude,
or
Mall of America ate my shoes.
yeah,
Their stupid escalators ate my shoes.
or they, most of them think that I was in the service, and I'm like, oh no, I appreciate you thinking that, but it's, no, it's but.
That's usually what happens when I hang out with the Oscar Mike guys. Like we went to the CrossFit place to do some shoots at the CrossFit place, and a family met us up to donate a check. They live out in Barrington, so they decided to meet him up to give him a check donation. Apparently, her father had served, and he passed away, and like part of his like money goes. He wants like a yearly donation to like a different like thing that is supports veterans and stuff. So they met up and. They were saying hi, and I'm just holding my cameras, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, thank you for." I'm so used to like hanging out with them and people saying thank you. I'm like, no. I'm just the fat cameraman.
Yeah.
The greatest thing I've ever done is take pictures of these guys and not falling asleep on the job.
Please don't get me charged with false valor.
Yeah.
I did not.
I didn't do shit.
Yep.
Chris,
You
I
can
got
thank my grandpa or my dad, but
Yeah.
don't thank me.
I got my fireplace. It came yesterday.
What?
You know what that is, right?
Your fireplace?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you call your
Come
fire-
on! I responded to you on Twitter on that.
Oh, you got your CR6E?
Yeah.
You got your
See?
dumpster fire?
Yeah. You got my hand warmer.
God, I don't know what to do with that whole thing that's going on.
Oh, and well, because
We lowered it to 12 volts because of
That whole conversation, that whole
that
thread.
what was the word that they used? That was like
I-
flow or
Okay, so you know that I don't do what other people do that get these printers for free, right? And stuff.
Yeah.
Look, what a great message. No. Okay, I bought 2 printers on my own darn hard-earned money, the 5
Yeah.
plus that had issues. And now this with the power supply, and then this, shame on me twice. Okay, it's BS, man. I'm 2 for 2 with crappy products from one company, and and this was going to be my last 3D printer for a long time. Because
pressure. That's what it was. Turning
Yeah.
down the voltage at 12 volts eliminates some of the pressure. I don't know what
Really?
that means with electrical terms.
No, either do I. I'm not an engineer, so but that just
What's up,
pissed.
Mark?
So you know what? I went against everyone. Oh, this is great. No, it's not. It's not a great response. Sorry. Okay. And, when I bought 2 products and they're both defective, I'm sorry. It's
Yeah. I'm with you
I
there.
got a lot of heat back in December of 2019 when I complained about the crappy power supply. Oh, John, you're just creating fear and stuff. I'm like, give me a freaking break.
No, screw
I just
that.
want to know how
It's-
many
it's-
other boards are doing that to.
Yeah.
Careful,
that's a
Naomi might block
Creality.
you more.
That's a Creality CR10S that has no thermal protection turned on, and it's the default.
The Ender 3 still ship with no thermal protection on. It's just at this point it's abuse. Like,
It is.
Yeah, and the thing is like everybody's like, oh, they got it turned on, they got it turned on. I was like, no, they don't. Same thing with the ANET. They say that the ANET's got all that shit turned on. They do not. Like all the boards that they've been getting lately is they didn't have any of that firmware even turned on, like any of that stuff turned
Chuck
on.
tested it on TV and he goes, "Watch me pull the thermistor out. The screen says kill, but it's still heating."
Oh yeah, it's
Yep.
probably it's ramping up, isn't it?
Yeah.
That. Oh wait, I don't detect any heat. Oh, let me just go into thermal runaway and have fun with that.
Yeah, I'm sitting there watching like, holy crack fiend.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I'm sorry, you shipping a crappy power supply, and that is clearly under wattage for this machine, blew out the thermistors, literally fried them. That was literally like my second or third or fourth YouTube video was about that, and everyone's just saying, "Oh no, 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 no!" It took 4 other YouTubers after me for them to actually say something.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, if I got one of those things and it set on fire, people are like, "Oh, Chris, you're just faking it." Like,
Yeah, you're a
okay, I want
fanboy.
my house to burn down.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah, no, it's about being real. I'm a consumer.
China Machines and the other company do a really good job of going over and then adding their firmware that actually has thermal protection.
Yeah.
But then you pay what Creality should be charging for the printer with adding the 5 minutes it takes them to make it correctly.
Yeah.
What's up, Henry?
Yeah, I mean it's Henry's in. Yeah, I let's just say my live stream will be on Tuesday for that. And let's just say I don't expect another invite from Creality. So when my unboxing and setup happens.
No.
So, and I honestly it's their risk if they want to invite me. So because I am literally, like I said, this was going to be my last 3D printer for a long time because I want to work on the CNC machine and the laser engraver next with my next purchases. So I wanted a large format 3D printer and a sub.
Yeah, like Ender style, smaller.
Yeah. So I could do 2 different types of materials at the same time. That was my end goal with having 2. I know you guys have
a few.
just a few.
Oh, Dan's taking a road trip to see you.
Yeah, this weekend. Hey, it could be possible. Hey Dan,
My water bottle
do
smells
you
like
have
tacos.
Tuesday off, Dan? Or is anything for work? Because I could have a laptop ready for you by then. The wife is almost transferred all of her stuff off of the one that she has. So let me know. It's a older 2013 or no, 2014 MacBook Pro, 15-inch, but it has 16 gigs of RAM and
Nice.
500 hard drive. So it's more than capable of doing almost anything. It's not like it's a. I mean, the problem with those older Macs is like, oh, only 2 gigs of RAM, or 4 gigs. So
I used to beef mine up back in the day when you were able to do that. But now the RAM upgrade isn't as horrible on the laptops because they start at 16.
Yeah, but you can't consumer upgrade them.
No.
So that's what sucks. So these were still when you
Good for
could do it.
thermals, bad for
People
upgrade
get
path.
people. I piss people off when I say, yeah, it's iPhone inside for the Macs.
So thermals, you see the inside of their new MacBooks where they have the heatsink here and a fan over here blowing this way, and they're not even anywhere near each other.
Oh,
Yeah.
you want to see bad thermals? Go
Get a
look up.
Creality board.
Dan.
Look up the Razer Blade 2014
Oh.
heat piping.
Yeah, that's almost as bad.
That's what this is. This laptop right here. And yeah, I took it apart and pulled out the heat piping. It doesn't. They filled the gaps between the heat pipe with thermal compound because they didn't actually put a plate in.
Oh, so the thermal paste is only
it's direct contact to the heat pipe.
Okay, thermal paste is only to fill the imperfections between the metal mating surfaces of metal. That's it. It's not. It's not supposed. It's supposed to be one of the thinnest layers. I explained that when I was taking apart the Meanwhile power supply, and when I was putting it back together. What thermal paste is for? Okay, it is minimal amount. When someone's caking it on, you're doing it wrong.
Yep.
I like cake.
If you're going the Verge level of putting it on, that's too much.
The cake is a lie.
That video.
Are you The Verge? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I cannot stand The Verge or Engadget anymore because they used to be technical, and now they're all political.
Well, they
I
fired
stopped following
all of their smart people.
the only one that Dieter Bohn is like the only one that's technical left there. And I used to follow him when it was when he did Pre-Central for WebOS for Palm Pre. That's how long I followed that guy for. And then he went to The Verge. Josh, whatever his last name was, he was one of the head tech guys there. But yeah, it's they went the political route with all their stuff. It's like just take the name Gadget out.
Yeah.
It's no longer Engadget. Sorry. Yeah, it's but yeah, you're right. There's a correct way to do, with that thermal paste. It shouldn't be like, let's just cake it like a cake, put frosting on it. So
more is less. Less is more.
Yeah. So yeah,
I do like the NVIDIA finally lowered their prices of their newer cards to something reasonable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you could when you are literally. The price point. It's like I try to compare it like to where you're buying a hot end, right? The copperhead and stuff, and you're gonna put it on the Ender 3, right? You're almost doubling the price of the printer now, just with that nozzle.
I mean, just remember the 2080 Ti prices.
No, it's fine. And I'm just
and
now
you are talking to somebody who has a Chimera on an Ender 3 with the full 3D fused rail kit, the 3-point bed leveling, Meanwhile power supply. It's no longer an Ender at that point.
Yeah, I know, and that's because I was I had Sam Prince. He wanted to do a YouTube stream with me about upgrades. I said, to me, this is a bare bones kit, right? And then it's up to you to make it what you want and what you want to achieve out of the machine.
Yes.
And it's where, he's like, where do you think you are with your Ender 5, your Ender 5 Plus? And I said, well, I think I'm around, $800 right now with upgrades. And I said, after I'm done, it'll probably be about $1,000, and then it's done. To me, there is a ceiling for my upgrades.
Yes.
So a lot of other people, I said, my content is based on what I want to do to the printer for end results, not what just to stack on my upgrades. Okay, that's not what my printer is about. It's for function. So, and
For me, it's because I like to tinker.
well, and that's what I think a lot of us.
And I
came
know
from
this is a daytime stream, so to put it the way Marcel put it, I am a gear prostitute. There we are.
Toposky. There we go. Thank you, Dr. Jekyll. I knew someone would remember his name. But it's, to me, and I started with like case modding for PCs and doing all these other things. I think I see a case mod on Shane's.
Yep.
For
water cooled system.
Yep. And it's like
modded.
And that's where I kind of think about where your printer is, right? But I'm not getting the water cool and the neon.
All you do is take your computer, you stick it in a chest freezer.
Oh yeah,
Boom.
there you go. You're
Perfect.
done.
So that's been proven not to be an effective way to do it.
It's cheap. It's only $2 a month to run a chest freezer.
Yeah, but it'll burn out the chest freezer. So
yeah, Dr. Jekyll, my hot end extruder is more expensive than the whole printer.
Yeah.
So
they've also proven that water cooling isn't better than fans, but people still use water coolers.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
the GPU that I have in there, the GPU is a Vega 64, and that's one of the parts that actually benefits from water cooling. Everything else that's in there, it could be on air cooling and be perfectly fine.
Yeah, because I was watching some crazy video that did like real thermal testing on computers, and he's like, if you get a burst of heat, liquid's better, but sustained, the fan with just the plain Noctua with all the fancy copper pieces was crushing it by 2 or 3 degrees Celsius. And they're like, that's pretty huge when you consider how much you spent for this $40 fan versus this $100 and $200 water cooled system or whatever.
I'll be right back.
That's why that's why I'm like, I wish they'd make a better cooling system for 3D printers.
Yep.
Yeah, the main like the benefits of water cooling, like the little AIOs, like if you have a really small case, you can get that heat from the processor right out the case right away. Like that's like one of the biggest reasons why people water cool is for like smaller compact things. Like what I have there, it's airflow fans and everything would be perfect for it, but
Dr. Jekyll, water cooling is like chrome on engines.
yeah,
it makes it go fast. No, it's like racing. I mean, as a guy who sits there and tries to figure out thermals on hot ends, I get it.
I have to say water cooling is a bit more than that, just because there is a company out there who that's all they run. But look at what they're printing, and that's Vision Miner.
Yeah. Well, I do have I have 2 water-cooled hot ends that I've never been able to test because I don't have a water cooling system.
I've been meaning to pick up an AIO, but that's for my computer because, well, I have a major dust issue here.
Yeah, I cannot even hear my computer. But then again, all I have on there is like an 8-core Radeon processor, so.
yeah, that's also another thing that I like about it is like the fans rarely ever ramp up unless I'm like just hammering the system hard for a long time.
I don't do any rendering on it.
Yeah.
I also don't game. I stream, and I do very mild gaming, and I never go to, oh, can I play maximum? Nope, I don't really give a shit. I play on a Switch. Maximum graphics don't matter to Chris. I just want it to play.
Lunch break's over.
Well,
What?
see ya.
Bye, Zolan. Why is my phone going off?
So I'm trying to figure out how to get the VREF on this Chinesium driver stuff.
Oh boy.
Because everything I find online, it's all like different information depending on where you look. I know it's Chinesium drivers. So,
I have no idea.
yeah.
Find their table, which doesn't exist somewhere.
Yeah. I should probably see if I can get figure out where the sense resistor is. Because I could probably figure it out from there. Because that's what all the equations go off of.
Mhm.
And they say a lot of the Chinese ones are like 0.1 ohm, and all of the legit ones are like 0.2 ohm or 0.4 ohm or something like that.
Yeah.
So, where the hell do I put that? Oh, it's my chip puller. Grab that guy too.
Dan
Oh,
didn't buy anything from TH3D. He's just kidding.
Oh, I closed the stream out, so I can't see the chat.
There is no chat. The
There's
chat
no
is a
chat.
lie. I want you to stay 6 feet back.
Well, I got to touch the keyboard, so.
I'm just reading the back of this Oscar Mike shirt. It has Uncle Sam, and it says, I want you to stay 6 feet back. And it's on the back of the shirt. I want that shirt now. Oh man, I'm almost a little over 2/3 of the way just clicking at what pictures I need to use for this, for the final edits. They need to make a faster Chris. A Chris that can cull through images at 3 times the speed.
I keep reminding myself I need to call into one of the eye doctor places and get my eyes checked.
I should probably do that too. I think I need glasses.
Either
Like,
this is
thankfully
really,
I'm
really.
nearsighted, so my work isn't impaired at all, but
Either this is really blurry text or my eyes are really bad.
both.
Uh,
It's really blurry eyes. And the text is bad.
oh, text is horrible. Okay. I still can't read it. Also help if I go the right way around.
6 feet apart or 6 feet under. There you go. Remember everyone deployed. Red Fridays. Oh yeah, today's Red Friday.
Red Friday.
Yeah, it's the thing. Every
Yeah.
Friday is Red Friday, which is remember everyone deployed.
Okay. So honestly, that's the first I've heard of that. So.
Well, so I'm here, man. I teach
Hey,
things.
well, that's good. You
Well,
know,
I'm
that's
editing the section of the red shirts right now, and today is Friday, so it's Red Friday. Man, the women's shirts are very transparent.
Chris,
Well,
stop staring. Stop looking so deep into those pictures.
Well, I don't even have to look that hard. It's just she's wearing a black Oscar Mike tank underneath. Because, like, to make the shoots go faster, I always tell the woman to wear, like, a sports bra or something. And she's wearing the Oscar Mike, like, sports tank underneath.
Okay.
And I can see the text of the shirt underneath this shirt. Like, bold, like, clearly. Like, I'm not even zooming in. I'm just sitting here looking at them.
It's like these celebrities, right, that wear these shirts with nothing underneath, and the flash goes off, and it just, like, shows everything, right?
Correct.
So, how did that happen?
Jesus said it was normal.
San Francisco
Did I do
release.
that? Or whatever, whoever said that.
What?
Jamar Taylor has gone from the 49ers. I don't know who he is.
I will start. Man, I should do. I should run 2 different fantasy football leagues. One with all my online friends and one with all my normal people. I always do a no money, all for fun.
Yeah, I mean, I
I'll even
get
3D print a trophy.
Oh my god, I like football and everything, but I used to listen to NFL Network and all that other stuff, and I just, last couple of years, we'll just watch the Bears and a few games that were on, but it's what's happening now for the NFL with maybe 20% occupancy in the stadium. I don't think there's a such thing right now as home field advantage. So
Well, they're allowed to pipe in sound,
yeah, I heard that.
which would make
So
it very interesting.
so I think it should be consistent. Then it shouldn't be like or you know.
Every time the other team is up, boo. Boo.
Yeah, yeah.
It'd be some troll blares the Bears still suck song over the radio
Yeah.
or over the the thing. It's like, oh, whoops.
And that's the hometown crowd. Sorry, that's and up there in the corner, those are just 2 of the 5 helmets I have that has about 80 autographs on each.
Nice.
So those are authentic on the field helmets, like that you could get that the football players wear. So it's funny when they're used to replicas when they're signing, and they pick it up, they're like, "Wait, this is a real helmet. How'd you get that?" You could buy them. So
You buy them and they cost a little bit more.
yeah, it's
I'm about a mile away from the Green Bay Stadium, and I still haven't stepped foot inside of any of the buildings over there.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, a Lambeau game is quite a game to go to. It's a really fun stadium. Like, I'm a Bears fan, but, you know.
Yeah, everybody's shocked when they hear that. It's like, yeah, well, I'm not really. After living right next to the what is that? Oneida Street there.
Yeah.
I lived right off of there, and ever since then, it was just like, no, I don't think I ever want to deal with this area during game day ever.
Yeah.
So I just
it's
avoid that
kinda
area
hectic,
when.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of
I'm
slightly
not gonna
hectic.
be able to register. Yeah.
well, I mean, Soldier Field's actually in a nice area of Chicago. It's just a pain in the ass to get in and out of there for a game.
Yeah, don't you have to
Because
go
it's
down
on-
Lakeshore?
Yeah, it's you're right off of Columbus, and where the only entrance is 18th Street. There's basically three ways out of there, technically, and it's so packed and such because you're on what's called Museum Campus. You got 3 museums there,
Yep.
and then you have, yeah, it's just a pain in the ass. I always said Bears should just move out of there since it's actually the Chicago Park District that owns that stadium, and they remodeled it wrong just to keep the historical status and actually lost seats and lost the landmark status. So only Chicago could do something like that. So
We could do anything if we try hard enough.
yes, and fail.
03.
Yeah, 0345. Oh, man. Tell me I am almost done with this insanity. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Get into the fun stuff.
Yeah, so I got my CR6 SE, but I didn't get my add-ons. So what's the point of them shipping
Yeah.
without the add-ons first if I didn't get the add-ons with my printer?
That's what everyone's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Only Creality could botch everything in a Kickstarter.
Backer number 91 and one of the last backers to get the machine.
And you still didn't get everything.
No.
What's up, Sergio?
So it's like, I said, my wife's like, oh, the UPS guy's here with a big box. And I'm like, I didn't even think about the printer. And then I was like, it's actually here? They said 54 days after they released, say that your number has been released, around. Mm-hmm. So I was thinking literally, and when I replied to your post on Twitter, sometime next month was not, actually it was like 3 weeks earlier than anticipated. But
hey, 21 days is 21 days.
Yeah. So, and then no add-ons. So what? Honestly, what was the point? You couldn't ship out to backer number first. I mean, I never, did any type of crowdsourcing or whatever before. I don't know what is normal about if it's supposed to ship out technically first backer, then
Yeah,
to
that's
higher
how it's
numbers.
supposed to be.
Okay.
That's literally why they make it call an early bird. Like early bird's
Yeah.
supposed to get their product first.
Okay. Yeah, because I got that filament dryer thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then I got this A smoke smoker.
Ooh.
So those are the three. As I'm not doing any more of these Kickstarter things anymore. You know, what I mean, it seems like you're waiting forever. If it's a in production thing, it's different. But these are people or companies that are already have everything from from marketing to final product already and various things. So it's like now they're just doing what Creality did, was just throw it out there for advertising. So
They just want to say they had the most successful Kickstarter,
yeah.
like Snapmaker. Reality. It is ass backwards. Or back asswards. Or both. That's such a cool picture. Let me open up Lightroom right now.
So I might be a bitter old man on my live stream when I do the unboxing on Tuesday.
I don't see why
Creality.
you wouldn't be.
So I'm not going to tear apart the machine. Everyone's already done that. I'm just going to build it and emphasize my hatred towards the company. So, I mean, literally burning your customer twice. Two products. So,
Someone's playing Craftopia on Steam. I really don't have Steam open, but because the last time we were streaming, we were playing games. So
how is Steam? I never even tried that.
I mean, for buying and organizing your games, it works. Like, I've had a Steam account since I was in college or after. So all the games that I've ever paid for, Half-Life 1 is still on here.
Oh, jeez.
So I was able to transfer it. So it works for me, man. But works for me. All right, I got to import this one and edit it. I got to take a look at this one. I just want that one image.
What is that, the Atari box? I don't think that's vaporware. That's never coming out.
No, it's not coming out.
They've pushed that one back. It's been almost a year and a half now, I think, in total since when they first talked about it.
Oh yeah, that's a cool picture.
Well, I think the actual name of it's the Atari VCS. Virtual console system or something like that. New treatment may help slow down the progression of ALS. Huh. That's positive. Chris, we need to open up our own news stream of just positive things, man.
I like that they tried to do that during COVID, and then they just stopped.
Well, it was that one actor that.
Yeah, John.
Yeah, it was just great, and then just stay on freaking YouTube. Don't.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was the biggest problem, right? He gets assimilated into something else. It totally destroys what he did.
Mm-hmm.
Let me guess, it was Discovery that got him to get off of there?
I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah, that was.
I don't even.
Yeah, Discovery is usually the one that does stuff like that. They did it with Motor Trend. They did it with Revision 3. They did it with a bunch of other stuff. It's like, well, there goes the stuff I like watching off of what I normally watch on, and it pretty much ends up going away because nobody wants to watch on that.
Yeah. All right.
What is that picture of? I missed it. Oh, Salt Lake? Something Germany. I'm just looking at the screensaver on Comcast. So
Gotcha.
you could see it on the TV there.
Ooh. Is that a heart in the middle?
Yeah.
So cute.
Great Barrier Reef, Queensland, Australia. Is that homemade CNC or something, Shane?
It's
MPCNC.
mostly printed. So all of these pink parts, these are all 3D printed parts.
No problems with them being durable enough or anything?
A lot of people have made it and seem to work pretty well for them. The guy that runs the group, he's kind of anti, like, you changing anything.
Oh, what's his name?
Yeah.
Tried to change it. The YouTuber
Thomas.
Thomas.
Salamander.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he went off.
Yeah, just
He-
like, well, I got it all printed out. I might as well
Yeah.
try and use it.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, he went off on the guy. I mean, it was like, listen, I'm just trying to help you. I think this would help, and but he has things about if you're going to do a video of his, you cannot modify any of his parts. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, you did not. You're in breach of contract. I'm sorry, Thomas. You can go off all you want, you know. So, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's childish of the creator of it being like, well,
yeah.
you know, like he made a part that was better,
Mm-hmm.
you know, wasn't derived from the original part.
No.
So you should be able, like, honestly, I think you should be able to do that. Like, hey, this part's a little bit better. Look at this guy's, you know, thing, you know, and you know, I you know, like he was enjoying what he was building, so
Yeah.
it wasn't like,
I mean, look
wasn't
at
like he was
parts
bad
Thomas
mouthing or anything.
Yeah, no, he wasn't. He. I see both sides of it. I see Thomas where he put a lot of time and effort and expense into committing a series on this.
Yeah.
And the creator could be like, okay, you know what? Let's take a look at this. The creator went the route of just, this is my terms of policy agreement. You use it and you breached it. That's it. Nothing. No. I'm like, you know, this is where, hey, you could have gotten a lot more. You had a guy with, you know, what, 175,000, 200,000 viewers, you know, subscribers, and you're going to ruin that? Hey, man, I would have just said, hey, that looks pretty cool. Let me take a look at it, right? I don't get this world, man. So
There's a lot of people who just don't like Tom too, so it might have been just because Tom did it.
yeah.
Yeah. That could have very well been too. Because he is a little bit
His way.
yeah.
Also, he's not very good at what he does, so it's like, is it really better?
Well, he gets called out a lot on his live streams, I've seen. So
As
with
he
certain
should.
things.
It's always hilarious watching him build things wrong, and then people in chat go, "You're doing it wrong." It's like, then 3 hours later, he's like, "Oh, I don't know why this is wrong. They should have done it this way." I'm like, or you should have just read the damn directions. I mean,
Yeah.
I did.
There's that too.
Polymers don't have melting point. Yeah, that was hilarious. We have Mark right there, who is literally, he's a polymer chemist. And then there's guys like Tom Salamander who says polymers don't have a melting point. And there's, you know, actual people in the field going like, "Oh, you make my brain hurt. You're dumb."
Yeah, like there is a breakdown point of, I think, just about anything out there. Like if you put enough heat to it, it's going to not be it's going to become not what it was before. So
Ice turns into water. Water turns into steam. Steam turns into vapor.
yeah.
And then we've got candy canes. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm just having fun.
Well, candy canes are going to be coming out pretty soon.
I'm excited for candy canes. Why be wrong when you can just always be right? I find that's the simplest way to solve the problems in the world. I actually kind of mentioned that the other day. I was talking about my boss at one of my first jobs where I literally quit because he decided to instate a new policy where we would no longer scan incoming trucks. So it would just speed up, just speed up everything if we just stop scanning, because the sheet tells us what we got in, right? So we don't need to scan the product.
No,
Yeah,
not at
yeah,
all.
Tom. Except for
No.
half the time, the product doesn't end up on the truck. The truck is full, so it sits on the bay
Yeah.
until the next truck shipment. But hey, whatever, Tom. It's cool.
Go and buy auto parts once. You'll find out real quick how wrong that actually is if you don't actually look at what you're getting in.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh shit, my battery's almost dead.
Yeah, my I just plugged in my phone. It heats up bad on a mobile for StreamYard, really bad. The total battery killer. I mean, most video type stuff.
Oh yeah.
Zoom. Oh my God, Zoom on my phone. Talking about killing it.
Oh damn, it's hitting all 4 cores on my laptop. Actually, all 2 actual cores.
I have no idea how many cores anything's doing, because it's working fine. Mostly because I'm glad I'm editing on my laptop, but tis what it is. That one was slightly out of focus.
Why do you do that?
Camera decided it wanted to focus on something else. I don't know.
Oh, did your camera go out of I forgot my mic was even on.
Yeah.
Oops.
I was just on the image
Oh.
that was slightly out of focus because I was photographing transparent water bottles, and I was like, I'm going to focus through the water bottle. Look at me.
Yeah,
Wow.
the Z part of my thing, I'm trying to figure out why it keeps it'll move up and down a bunch. It'll be perfectly fine, and then just all of a sudden it'll just like go and not move. I'm giving it an amp. That's as much as
Nice.
these drivers will give. I just have the potentiometer as far to the max as it'll go. They're 2 amp stepper motors, so they should be fine. And everything moves up and down fairly well. It's not pinched or
Nice.
anything.
That's all that matters.
Well, if it doesn't go up and down, I think it's supposed to.
Who needs
All
up
right.
and down?
All right, peeps. I'm gonna go. I got.
You're out, tripod?
Yeah,
Available,
I
Mr.
got.
John.
I gotta take some pictures of my next video, just for make it look pretty fiery hot. So. All right, everyone have a safe weekend. Don't get in too
you
much
too.
trouble. Later.
Well,
Heck yeah.
See ya.
Bye, John.
and then there was 2.
And then there were 2. Oh, couch pod. Hey, it's llama. Couldn't even see it was llama because I couldn't see the screen names. My screen was too low. Hey, we got Sergio.
Hey,
What's up, Sergio?
Hey, Sergio.
Okay.
Looks like you got that
How's it
mic
going
hooked.
today?
I got home a little early. That's a good thing. Fridays, I can start my weekend, my long weekend, a little
Nice.
longer. Hot out here.
Is it?
Oh man, it's humid, real humid.
Damn. Where you at?
Just outside of Washington D.C.
Oh, damn.
We are, let's see, 84 degrees, but actually it says humidity's 56, but the relative humidity feels like 90.
Oh, boy.
So, yeah, it's pretty nasty out there. I was washing both my trucks, started sweating like crazy. Yeah, so I
That's never good.
sprayed myself down. I'm still a little wet.
I was just
good.
gonna say
You're
that,
supposed to be wet.
You should have just sprayed yourself down, but
That's what I was doing.
I spray myself down even when it's not cold outside or hot outside.
Nerdy Greek geeks. Yeah, come on, llama.
Say that to our faces.
Wonder
Oh,
where
man,
llama is.
finally. Holy crack fiend, that took forever.
What were you doing?
I was culling how many images in here?
Oh,
9,961 images.
wow.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. No, 7,373 images in this batch is what I went through.
Holy
And
moly.
culled them down to 2,588 images to look at and maybe edit. Oh boy. This is gonna be fun. Darling. Hey Sergio, my AC blow up. Can you come fix it ASAP? Wow.
Yeah, I'm dreading if I get another one of those calls today. I got one last night.
Busted AC call.
Yeah. But it's one of those customers who doesn't like paying very quickly.
Oh,
So I punish him by not coming out the same night. I tell him I'll be there tomorrow morning, and I was there this morning.
nice.
So they went the night without AC.
Damn.
Maybe they'll get a lesson.
oh,
Get the idea.
yeah,
Approved.
I love those people.
It's terrible. Some of them. Well, I got one guy who's a multi-millionaire, and I have not seen his money yet, and it's been 3 weeks. Why is it the more money they have, the less they want to let it go?
Oh, yeah.
You don't get rich by spending money.
Well,
You get rich by
it takes
hoarding it
money
all.
to make money, right?
Yeah, that's in the beginning. Then after a while, it just keeps coming. Just
Unless you hit the lottery.
yeah, something like that.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, then you just pay taxes on it.
Yeah, it's a lot of taxes, but I had ordered cables for my new ATEM Mini, and then I go to look and see why I haven't gotten my cables yet, and there was a problem with the payment. Why don't they send you a text or something and tell you, hey, correct this? No, I
That
won't
would
get
be
them till
easy.
tomorrow. That's all right. Tomorrow's fine. It's a long weekend.
Oh,
Ooh.
there we go. We finally beckoned the llama.
There he is.
Hey, llama.
Oh, it looks like he's a beautified llama. He got his hair cut and everything. Looks like he's shaved. Oh my god.
Yeah. He just needs to shave those burly man arms.
Wow. He does look a few years younger.
And yet I'm older than all y'all.
No, I don't think you're older than me.
You're the same age I am. I think you got a year. Actually, I think you're a year younger than I am, aren't you?
I'll be 68 soon.
Holy shit! You got 10 years on me. You don't look it. I thought you were my age, actually.
No,
I thought you were mid-50s.
I will be 68 my next birthday.
Because most people think I'm in my 40s.
Yeah,
You're not.
Especially when I cut my hair and the gray goes away.
people think I'm in my 50s. Yeah, I got quite a bit of gray in my mustache too. I hate that's why I don't grow a beard, because it grows gray.
Yeah, most of my friends are like gray or white already. Most of the people I went to high school, a lot of them are white. I mean, they're not even gray; they're freaking white.
Yeah, look at all that.
Or bald.
So that's the one good thing in my family is we don't lose our hair. So
Rich people are the freaking worst, dude.
I
They
know.
are, no lie, they are. I shouldn't say that because they're one or the other. I've had
Yes.
rich people that you start cleaning up and they walk out with a wad of cash and go,
Yeah.
here you go.
I've
You know,
got
not even right.
like
They just hand you a wad of cash, and you're like, "Oh, what is it?" You know, and you're like, you do it up, and it's like $1,500, and they hand you like $2,000. They're like, "Here, keep the change." And then 90% of them, though, it's like you send them a bill, and they're like, "Well, yeah,
well, you
I'll
see,
get back to you in a month." And then in a month, they're like, "Well, isn't that a little high?" Oh God,
My buddy could have done it for less.
yeah, it's been a
I
little
had
while.
it done.
But what happened is I have a credit card
I hate
processor,
rich people.
and I usually just take the credit card on site, process it, and go through all that. But the app in the past couple years has become a real pain in the butt, always having problems. So I got into the habit of just sending them the invoice from my iPad, and most of my customers take care of it within minutes of me sending it.
Yep.
Eating
But
llama loops doesn't make you
some of
look
them-
younger.
Just won't. What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
Yell at him.
It makes you grow a fuzzy beard. Look at Warkocki. He's been eating them. Look at his beard. It's all fuzzy.
Mhm.
It's
Thank
extra
you,
fuzzy.
Dr. Jekyll.
It's extra milk encrusted.
What's milk encrusted?
Yes, I am.
The Warkocki beard.
Oh,
He's eating llama loops and having it drip down his beard. Can't you see it's got like milk drips lines down the corner? See, it's lighter right here where the milk drips down the sides.
Yeah.
Chris, how long?
Have you ever noticed that though? It's always lighter, dude. My beard does the same thing. Like right from
Yeah.
the corner of your mouth over.
You got it all
All right,
wrapped
llama
and
loop.
packaged.
Right from the corner of your mouth, there's always like a lighter strip, like
Mhm.
right, from the lip down.
Yeah.
It's milk bleaching. I'm telling you,
Could be milk.
from dribbling milk, dude. That's one seriously pink frickin' CNC machine.
Right? Yeah, I was looking at Pet G that I had. I'm like, I got a couple rolls of this pink stuff because it was on sale. Yeah, why not?
Hey, if it works, right? Who cares?
Yeah.
The wood chips aren't going to give a crap.
Yeah. If it works, it works.
Yep. I so want to build me one of those.
Then do it.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, my wallet looked at me and just started laughing and laughing.
You guys are
Well, Chris, I finally got my setup straight, and it was the whole
Glazed
problem was Google.
tacos. What are glazed tacos? I don't think I've ever had a glazed taco.
Glazed taco. Mm.
What are you glazing your tacos in, and why are you glazing your tacos?
Don't you worry about it, naughty boy.
I made homemade bread this afternoon for lunch.
How long did that take? Shouldn't take too
Couple
long.
hours. I have a bread machine, but I don't cook it in the bread machine because I don't like the way it cooks in it. So I have it make it. I throw all the crap in. I have it like beat it up and then rise it the first time because you're supposed to let it rise twice.
Twice. Yeah.
I let it rise the first time in the machine, and my machine's programmable, so you can it automatically shut off and start chirping and making noises. Then I pull it out and I put it in a small loaf pans, I make two. Well, I make two 1 pound loaves, and then I put them in the oven. And my oven is a convection oven, so it has bread proofing in it. So I get that second raise right in the oven. It automatically kicks on and goes to cook after 20 minutes of rising, and puff, out comes some awesome oatmeal freaking bread, and it was good. Yeah, oatmeal brown sugar. It was yummy.
You ate 2 pounds of bread?
Yeah, I make two 1 pound loaves. Usually I bring one down back, but it's really, really good, and I'm greedy today, and they're not getting any.
Oh,
Because me and my mom ate like 3/4 of the loaf that we normally keep, and I think I'm doing BLTs for dinner with the other loaf. I mean, they're little loaves. They're only like 8 inches long when it's done. They're 1 pound loaves. They're like half of a normal store-bought loaf, which is fine normally for the two of us, but I took it out of the oven and started slicing it like within 5 minutes, and me and Mom were like, "This is freaking good." I haven't made bread in months, pretty much since my father passed. And he used to love it when I'd make bread and bring it to him, so I used to make it a lot. But haven't done it in a while.
yeah, I like homemade bread.
Yeah, the bread machines make it so easy.
And cornbread. Oh, I just love cornbread.
Yeah, I'm not a big cornbread. It's always like, I don't know, it's like bread that has sand in it. It just isn't right to me.
Put some honey in it. That's like the best cornbread I've ever had was mixed, had honey mixed into it.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta try it.
It's not the flavor for me, it's the texture. It literally is like someone took a loaf of bread, went outside, ran it around on the beach, and then brought it back and fed it to you.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. That little gritty. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gritty, and it's got sand. It's got beach sand in it. It drives me nuts.
Oh, I love cornbread, especially in the morning. And you slice it in half, put it in the toaster oven. Oh man, take it out, put some real butter on it. Oh, just love it with coffee.
Yeah, you gotta have the coffee.
Yeah, coffee.
You gotta have the iced coffee.
A lot of other things, like around Thanksgiving with that leftover ham and turkey and.
I'm not big on cornbread. I mean, I'll eat it if it's there.
Oh, I love cornbread.
I like the taste. Like I said, it's just that gritty kind of sandy feeling in your mouth. It's like scary.
Not a big deal for me. I love it.
My grandmother used to put he was saying honey. My grandmother used to put like a honey glaze on top of the cornbread, like the last 10 minutes it was baking. I don't know what was in it. It was more than honey, but she'd make like this glaze that she'd pour on top of the cornbread. It would be like a sweet cornbread.
Yeah.
It's almost like a frosting when it's done. I don't know what the hell it is. She never told anyone that was good.
It sounds good.
It was good. And it was super sweet. I mean, she'd lay it on there like freaking half-inch thick too, but honey and crack.
Honey.
I
never, to this day, nobody knows what that freaking glaze that she put on was. Never did figure it out.
Oh, she kept it a secret?
Yeah.
Ah.
She's long gone. Nobody. I've tried. I've gotten close. Because I think it's literally just like a frosting like you do with just confection sugar and a little milk and water.
Yeah.
You do for like cinnamon rolls. Like when you buy the prepackaged cinnamon rolls and they come with a frosting you put on the end.
Yeah.
That's all that is confection sugar, water, and milk. Sometimes some oil or butter, depending on what the brand is. And I think she'd make that. I'm pretty sure it was confection sugar, some honey, and water, and hot water. And she just put it on top and bake it into it. Just like the last 5 or 10 minutes. And it would be all like drippy and goopy and yummy.
Well, that sounds good.
Sickening sweet. Like hurt your teeth, sugar encrusted.
Yeah, too sweet in the morning is not too good.
I don't know. I'd eat a whole cinnamon roll.
Nothing like coffee toasted cornbread and melted plastic in the morning. melted plastic. What the hell are you doing with the melted plastic?
Got me up that one, Chris. Love cinnamon rolls.
I those stupid, like Pillsbury store brand, whatever. God, I love those things. And they are so bad for you.
They're good for your soul.
Not really. There is more bad stuff in them than there is actual good stuff. I don't think there's anything real in them but the sugar. And even that's probably fake. But I don't care. It is good. Dude, you gotta stop showing off that goddamn expensive filament. Pissing me off. I ain't got none.
Which filament?
That bright red roll. I know what that is. That's like for awesomeness.
That's Chris Warkocki's favorite
filament in the whole wide world.
Mm-hmm.
He gets a roll of that in the mail and he has a little orgasm right there in his pants when he sees it.
Correct.
Cream cheese frosted. Yeah, it's similar to that. I like cream cheese frostings too. You know what I like is a real New York cheesecake. God,
buttercream frosting. That stuff's pretty good. Buttercream frosting.
Yeah. My mother used to make buttercream frosting. You know what buttercream frosting is? It's just buttercream and sugar. I mean, literally, that's all it's in it. It's like a pound of sugar and a pound of buttercream. Talk about fattening.
Correct. It makes your soul feel good. I'm all about soul food, baby. Soul food.
I was at the store the other day and I was thinking of you, Warkocki, because I was sitting there staring at the funny, not Chex Mix Chex. What's the other brand?
Life?
No, because you were talking about making
grams? Golden grams?
Yeah, the graham ones. Yep. You were talking about making the Rice Krispie treats with those. And I was looking at them going, And I almost did it, and I was like, you know what? I just don't need that much sugar. I need to lose weight. I need to stop eating that crap.
It's good for your soul.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep saying that every time you say it's not good for me. I'm
fine.
It's good for your soul.
I need to downsize my soul.
Your feet aren't too big.
My freaking gut is just huge. My brother finally had a fit on my mother. He's coming on Monday. He's going to help me. My legs all bad. He's like, you got to get your Bowflex up there. I'm like, can't put it in there. She's got too much shit. He was up here and he goes, are you kidding me? She freaking reloaded. I gutted that room. She reloaded it with crap. My brother went freaking nuts on it. He says, I'm coming back Monday. We're gutting it, Mom. All that crap is useless. It needs to be thrown out. Enough is enough. She filled it with junk. I mean, she's got patterns for stuff she'll never. She's like, well, I might sew it someday. Mom, if you started sewing now for the rest of your life and work 24 hours a day, you would not be able to use those 9,000 freaking patterns you have. This one or that one. Well, when you go to need it, you go and get it. You don't buy it in bulk beforehand. Well, I got them cheap. Yeah, but you didn't. Because you spent $9,000 instead of $900. They were $1 a piece, and 9,000 of them. You spent $9,000.
Now wait a minute. Is that an exaggeration, or is it just?
Yeah, no, I'm exaggerating. But there's a room full of them, like floor to ceiling, 8 foot high. This wall right here on the other side of this closet wall is just a rack, floor to ceiling, full length. What is it? 12, 16 feet. That room is long, of just patterns.
Wow.
Just patterns. You put it this way, we had to take the door off because she brought the cabinet right to the door to the point where you couldn't swing the door open because it hit the cabinet.
How many of them?
That room has no door going into it anymore.
How many has she actually used?
None.
None.
She hasn't touched any of them in years, dude. They're covered in dust.
Wow.
None. We got rid of. She had like 12 sewing machines. We got rid of all but 3 of them. Made her freaking, I don't know, like $1,200-$1,300.
Did
So
she
we
grow
sold
up in
all
like the Great Depression or something?
Yeah, she's just a hoarder. She always has
Oh,
been.
okay.
Oh.
Everyone from the Great Depression ended up being a hoarder.
Yeah, my grandmother was like that, where like she grew up in the Great Depression, so she saved everything. Like the trailer that she had, it was just full.
My mother and father used to build puzzles all the time, which is fine. She won't get rid of them. She has every single puzzle she's ever built since they got married 50, 60 years ago.
Man.
Wow.
5 years ago, 70 years ago, they got married. 70 years ago. 65 years ago. Because my brother's going to be 65, so they were married a year
You make
ago.
up your mind?
I had to do the math, and I'm old, so it's not easy.
Math is math.
Yep. Until you get old, and then the math
Until
is
it's
hard.
quantum physics.
Quantum physics is math. That doesn't make it easy. You know the one thing I've discovered? Like, I'm sure Sergio can do the math for work in his head, like, instantly.
What's that?
Just like I did. Like, I could go up and estimate a roof like that. I could take the 2 dimensions and go, okay, I need this much material, this, and this. Wouldn't even have to think about it.
I'm good at numbers sometimes, but sometimes I trip myself up. But yeah, for the most part,
the stuff you do every day stays in your head. I used to do roofing estimates like nothing. I
math is used a lot. We use a lot of math in what we do.
Right, and it's the same. It's basically the same math over and over and over. You just change the numbers.
Yeah.
So it's just like a lot of it you could do in your head. Like I said, I used to do math for roofs in my head. I don't even need to go up on the roof to do an estimate of material back in the day. I could measure the foundation, just measure the length and width of the house, and then look up and go, okay, it's approximately a 6 or an 8 pitch, and go, boom, this is how much plywood you're going to need. This is how much tar paper you're going to need. This is how many, square shingles you're going to need. Just like, literally within a minute or two, I can do it. Now I look at it, I'm like, how the hell? Wait a minute, what?
Well, you forget.
A square is 10 by 10, and the roof is, and I have to go, how many sheets of plywood?
Well, when you don't use it, you lose it, basically.
Yeah, well, that's my point. Is I haven't done it.
You got to protect your pee-pee.
I haven't done any roofing estimates in like 10 years probably, and I was looking at the friend of mine's just like, can you just tell me how much? I know you can't get up on the roof and do it, but can you just guesstimate how much material? We went over to his house, and I'm like, I had to like write it all down and figure it all out.
Hey, Dan, you said you're going to get out early today. Oh, but he's an hour behind, right? So,
yeah.
I don't have that much printer shit. There's not much to clean out. That's
probably another hour and a half.
I don't even have a full closet. All the stuff in the upper half of the closet is her junk. From the 70s. That's all from the 70s.
From the 70s?
All from the 70s, dude. Those are all, because we did the whole Revolutionary War reenactment crap. Those are all like 1776, 1976, like Afghans and coats and stuff from the reenactment days. That crap is out of there probably in 30 years.
Shane, where are you at?
I'm in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A cheesehead?
I guess so.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Well, I was born in California. My parents moved away from there when I was 1. Grew up in Michigan and then moved to Wisconsin for school and kind of stayed here. I used to be a Youper.
Gotcha. I was born in Puerto Rico, brought to New York when I was a year and a half old, Left New York when I was 27. Went to Philadelphia for a little over a year. I couldn't stand
Man, you
it
do
there.
sound like you're from New York and Philadelphia at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does actually.
And it was funny. You grew up all the best food, man. You got the
Oh my
you got
God.
some Puerto
Yeah.
Rican food. You've got the New York food, and you got some Philly cheesesteaks, man.
Oh yeah. I used to go hang down by Pat's, man.
Yeah, you didn't go hungry, did you?
But you know which is better than Pat's and Geno's to me is Jim's.
Okay.
You familiar with Jim's?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God, you got to go there. It actually the line there sometimes goes all inside the store, all the way out around the corner. So that's an indication.
That's a good litmus test for how good the food might be.
Yep. Oh, those and here's the thing. They are the only ones that will prep your cheesesteak so that you can travel with it. Geno's and Pat's will not do it.
That's dumb.
What they do is they take that heavy wax paper,
Yeah, just wrap
put
it.
it on the bread, stick the cheesesteak, and I swear to God, my son-in-laws have driven to Philadelphia just to pick up cheesesteaks, and when they bring them back, they're still warm.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh my God. And, yeah.
I just want a cheesesteak because we have one cheesesteak place in Rockford, and it's not very good, but it's the only cheesesteak I'm going to get that tastes anywhere decent. We got a little Asian place that makes cheesesteaks. It's pretty crazy. It's Charlie's Cheesesteaks.
Charlie's Cheesesteaks.
Yeah, a little Asian guy named Charlie used to do it in the mall that went out of business a long time ago. And he opened up a storefront finally when the mall went out of business. I mean, it was good, but when you had a real Philly cheesesteak and then you had his, just like, okay, yeah, it's all right.
Which one you like best in Philly, Pat's or Geno's?
I've only had Pat's.
Only Pat's. Yeah, Pat's is, to me, Pat's is better than Geno's because Geno's their cheesesteak is their steak's a little thick.
Yeah.
And I don't like that.
Too hard
Yeah,
to
it makes
chew.
it chewy.
Yeah, nah. But Jim's is actually the best one right now. You know, and I grew up eating Pat's, but when we found out about Jim's, oh my God, that's where we go.
Man, I can just imagine you waking up in the morning, getting yourself a New York bagel.
Oh
for
yeah,
breakfast, and then work lunch or after work, you'd stop by and you'd grab a New York style slice of pizza or a hot dog from a cart vendor.
Isn't that something? We had a place down here in College Park, which is about probably 20 minutes from here, 25 minutes. They were the only ones in this area that actually made pizza that tasted like the New York pizza.
Oh,
now,
man.
The guy said that they actually bring water from New York to make it. Yeah.
Oh my God!
It's
like when you have saltwater taffy from the coast, and then you buy it anywhere else. Oh, look at that! He's got pasties.
What's that?
Pasties are different. Those pasties are nipple coverings. These are pasties.
Yeah, pasties. Yeah, but I just always say pasty because it's spelled exactly.
Yeah. These things are really, really good.
You've got those.
Yeah. Yeah, these are actually built in the.
Lives in the UP still, and they make him, and they'll ship him a crate of them every year.
Oh, nice.
Oh, no thanks.
My sinuses are acting up.
You don't like pasties?
Never had them.
Oh, dude,
No.
you would flip your shit, dude.
Yeah, they're meat and potatoes in a like a pie crust. They use a pie crust for these. So it's meat, potatoes, sometimes rutabaga. I'm not a huge fan of rutabaga. And it's lightly seasoned. It's just salt and pepper on the inside, and you can eat it with either like a beef gravy or ketchup. I usually just eat them with ketchup.
Hey, Chris, did you ever have like the Puerto Rican pasteles that are similar?
No, dude, we don't have any Puerto Rican food out here. I've been to a couple of Puerto Rican friends' houses and had like some little things, but I've never had like traditional Puerto Rican.
Well,
food.
how about Chicago? Isn't there?
There probably is. I just don't go to Chicago much.
Oh man, I'm like stuffed from eating bread, and you guys are making me hungry again, and I'm already stuffed. How is that possible? Stop that shit,
dude. Until you've had, trust me, if you can find a place that makes pasties, or go to a Jamaican place and get their version of them,
Yeah, that would be me. New York, Adelphia, Washington. or Maryland.
Yeah.
I used to have this friend that married she's a Vietnam. She's actually from North Korea, Vietnam. I don't know, one of them. She's one of them Asians. Anyway, she came over, got married to him. She used to make these pot stickers that weren't pot stickers like we know them. They're totally different. It's more like a spring roll almost. It's almost like a mix of what we, us Americans would call a pot sticker and a spring roll. Oh my God. I'm not big on like vegetables and spinach and that kind of crap. But she put like pork and chicken and beef. And I mean, it was just slabs of stuff in this pastry. Oh, they were so good.
A friend of mine married a girl from Thailand. And they opened up a restaurant. They actually opened up a restaurant here. And that was the very first time I ever had Thai food. Oh, my God. He suggested this one chicken dish, and I can't for the life of me remember the name of it.
Penang.
It's spicy. It was a bit spicy.
Penang curry, chicken. Did it have any noodles, or was it a sauce?
Yes, it had noodles.
Oh, pad thai.
That might be it. Oh my God, that is one of the best dishes I ever had.
It thick noodles or thin noodles?
I think they were thick.
Thick, then it'd be probably pad see or pad
what is
kimao. Pad see or pad kimao.
You know what? It was something. Yeah, I can't remember the name. I'm gonna have to call him one of these days. I haven't talked to him in a while. He lives not far from me, but they had to close the restaurant because business wasn't just that great. They had a lot of
Jamaican
competition.
place makes a legit Jamaican jerk chicken every Wednesday.
Yeah.
There's a Jamaican place that just opened up here. I should probably check that out. But there's actually a Thai place I was thinking of getting dinner tonight. It's called Naren's. She cooks everything from scratch. Like the noodles are from scratch, the sauce is from scratch, and it is so good. Like it's they've had Thai. Is it spicy?
It's making me hungry.
Yeah.
Top 3, man.
Stop it. No more food talk.
I just had Thai a couple days ago. My buddy was
3D
downtown.
printer
He's like,
talk.
hey, you
No
want
more
anything? I'm
food
like,
talk.
stop by Sisters. Grab me.
3D printer talk. Modeling. No more food.
Mama's getting hungry.
I'm not hungry. I'm stuffed. I ate a freaking half a loaf of bread.
Well, the good thing is,
I did have fruit and stuff too.
They just opened up a sushi place about.
Nice.
Will you shut up?
That's where I'm going tonight.
Patties. They make patties, which are just like pasties.
I am going tonight. I'm having sushi. That's what I'm having. I just made up my mind.
Sushi sounds. I used to be a sushi chef, so.
Besides, I got to try it. It's they just opened, so we shall see.
I always like to mess with sushi or any Japanese restaurants. I'll always order scallops, and if they fuck up my scallops, it means they're not a good place.
I'm picking up some scallops this weekend. They were never frozen. A friend of mine has crabs, and he says he's
got crabs. He's probably going to look at.
That's unfortunate.
He said they're humongous, and when he says humongous, he goes like this. This is my crane guy, the guy who operates my crane, the crane that when we need it.
Mm-hmm.
So he's selling crabs and scallops on the weekend.
Man, fresh scallops are amazing.
Oh yeah, and then with a good
blue crab season
spinach. I had these scallops one day, and I had this
bluefish
spinach on the side. It was cooked spinach, and it was, oh my God, it was the best freaking spinach I ever had. I actually asked for more. The way it was prepared, I never had spinach like that.
Yeah, there's a place out here that it's run by a Korean family, but it's a sushi restaurant. But they make seared scallops on a bed of couscous, and I always ask for extra couscous. Like I'm not normally like a huge couscous person. Like I like making it, but that thing was like crack. Like, whatever you put in your couscous, I just want to eat a bag of it.
Yeah, sometimes you come across a good restaurant, and man, and you hope they stay there for a while because you want to get back. like this restaurant is in Atlantic City, and I want to, I only get to go a couple times a year out there, so I want to go back, and I'm going to have the same dish.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure.
Yeah, it's always the worst part of restaurants, man. You'll go like once and then you'll go again. You're like, this is horrible. What happened?
Or they change the menu.
Yeah.
Oh, sheesh, I hate that.
Like Taco Bell's doing right now, just destroying their entire business model by changing their menu like crazy.
Yeah. I mean, they shouldn't. You don't change your whole menu. You might change a couple things, but you come on, changing your whole menu. What are you saying? Your food is no good. And is this thing printing?
No.
Oh no, it's creating a ball. Stop. See, I wasn't paying attention.
You're talking about food. That's what happens. When you talk about food, you forget about it.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Hey, forget about it.
I caught it in time, though.
That's all that matters.
Okay, that didn't work.
Why not?
All right, you know what it is? I should have cleaned the bed first.
Dude, I forget to do that so often. I've been so bad at that lately.
Yeah, I cleaned the bed and I forgot I had a bunch of that nanopolymer stuff on there, and then I was wondering why I couldn't get anything to stick. I cleaned it.
You just rubbed the nanopolymer around and diluted it.
Yeah.
I have no idea what just happened, but that is pretty bizarre looking.
Good.
Yeah, Sergio, learn to clear. Oh, what happened to my camera? Stop it. Come here, you.
Oh,
Now, why is that still doing that?
I don't know. You're asking the wrong guy.
It should not be doing that. What
Talk
is
with
that little
more loving
chunkity
tone.
chunk? I don't like chunkity chunks
Why not?
because they make for errors in printing.
So I bought these pencils,
Uh-oh.
and they came with this really awesome tool.
Oh,
I
the
gotta-
square pencils.
the
with
pencil
square
sharpener?
A pencil sharpener.
You want to see my pencil sharpener? There's my pencil sharpener.
An
Oh, what is that? A
electric
powered
drill
pencil sharpener? There goes one pencil. That was like instantaneous.
I've always wanted to do that. I'm like, I'm gonna do that once. It's just gone. There's just nothing left of it. Well, there's a little bit left of it, but it just came out of the thing.
It happens.
I made a really cool scraper yesterday that's like awesome and different. Just because I needed one and I didn't like any designs and I didn't have one, I was going to go buy one. So I designed one, 3D printed it. It actually works pretty well.
Oh, I know what
I
happened.
did put my new PEI sheet on.
Damn, I'm an idiot.
And I cut the freaking flex plate down so it actually fits proper.
Do it.
I never did adjust the nozzle height, though. I got to remember to do that before I print.
Must turn on amphetamine. Okay, good. It's still on.
I need a stripper.
I need a
You
stripper.
probably don't live too far from a strip club.
Oh yeah, the Oval Office isn't too far from here. It's a strip club called the Oval Office. If you use your credit card there,
Mhm.
your debit card at their ATM, it says the Steakhouse.
So they'll never find out, right?
Yeah. I actually never stepped foot in there. They used to be one of our clients. And speaking of deadbeat clients, they were one of the worst. Like, we had to keep shutting off their website, get them to pay their bill.
Yeah, people don't like paying IT.
But when they need you, they
Yeah.
want you there now. Now.
Of course.
Like anything.
What you looking at, Lama? What are you trying to find?
Oh, I'm remodding stuff, and it's just holy crap! I turned the Viking helmet into one of them Asian Chinese big duster whatever hats. Not doing that. Nope, cancel.
I have no idea what Llama's doing over there, but it sounds naughty.
He might be watching porn.
He usually does.
It's amazing. Like, I mean, I was never a complete slouch at Fusion, but you know, I'm far from like Mr. Expert at it, but I do all right. But a year ago I did the Viking helmet, and it's amazing how much faster and easier I can do it now, and how much better it looks.
Well, practice makes perfect. And I will be right back. I gotta go get me something.
It's not even practice; it's just learning new techniques, rethinking about
That's
it.
Practice.
I mean, yeah, I guess you could call it practice. Here, you want to see? Share screen. Share.
Oh, look at that fancy thing.
It's much better. I mean, the horns are all like real now instead of that conglomeration of crap I used to do. And it's got like a badge proper. And they're all cut and inset, so you can print them in. You can print them in different
colors
or parts, and it's got like studs now and rings and better horns. Blah blah blah.
Studs. Just like Llama, just a big old stud.
And done.
Chaos Cortec was the one that I got into with Fusion 360. He had a model that I followed on building and everything. That's kind of where I started.
I've found, I mean, it came kind of natural to me, but that's because I took years and years and years of drafting, I think.
Yeah.
Just the way you sketch with it just is natural to me. It's just like drafting. But I found, like, actually using the app, Fusion's own little tutorials. People don't realize they're there. If you open up the app and up in the right-hand corner, there's a little question mark. If you open that, and there's lessons there. And they're all like 5 minutes or less. Most of them are 2 or 3 minutes. And they just show you a feature. And that's it. There's no BS. There's no, oh, my wife is sick and I'm, and that's why. And, like.
Yeah, I hate that crap.
Even I do.
Like, just show me how to do this.
Yeah, you get sidetracked and a 5-minute video ends up being 25 minutes. And it's, just there's too much fluff in like the YouTube videos. Like Lars. Lars is awesome. Lars is a great place to work.
Yeah, he's really good.
He's not the person I suggest to newbies. I go, use Autodesk's own Fusion tutorials to learn the app. Once you have a basic grasp of the app, then you go to Lars and you go, oh, here's some tricks and tips, how to do more stuff. But to get the basic grasp of the app, use Fusion Autodesk's own little mini tutorials. They walk you through it. They show you every feature. They're a couple 3 minutes. You can search them for the feature. So if there's something you're trying to do, like, you're trying to loft something and it's not working and you got to get an answer, you look at the lofting one. It literally takes you 2 or 3 minutes and you can figure out what's wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing that I liked about the Chaos Cortec one that I had watched was I was having trouble just getting my head wrapped around a lot of stuff, and it was like a start to finish. It was a very simple shape. It was pieces that fit together. It kind of touched on a bunch of little tiny things, so it was like maybe a half-hour video. It touched on a bunch of little different things and made things just kind of click. So I could actually, those little tutorials probably would have helped, but I was just having like, getting that, my jump off point for that.
Some people are all right like that. Me, I can't. Like anything more than 5 or 10 minutes, I get pissed off because I have enough concept of pretty much all 3D modeling. I've been doing it since like the mid 80s, for crying out loud, since 3D modeling came to computers. I mean, that's what I started to go to college for. So I've always been playing with it. I've always used, Maya and Infinity D, and so I have concepts. I have the basic, knowledge. So usually when I'm looking for something, I'm looking for a specific thing. I need an answer to this now. I don't want to watch 25 minutes of crap to get the answer. I just want to go in and go, give me the freaking answer. Here it is. This is what I need to do. Like lofting. I still fight lofting. Lofting is so finicky in Fusion. But when it works, it works. It's awesome. The hell is that thing? Magnet head. Oh, that looks like Chaos Cortex thing.
Yeah, this is the thing. It was Magnemite. It was a very simple thing, and that's how I got into the 3D modeling stuff.
That's like a 10-minute model.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, for the most part, like a lot of things, it probably would be. But to get into actually doing it, it got me to wrap my head around the stuff. So
right. The first thing to wrap your head around is everything is just like I said, it's drafting, which is why I grasped Fusion, I think, so quickly and easily, because I took drafting. That's what you did back in the 70s. You drew on paper.
No, you didn't.
And, you drew
They didn't have paper in the 70s.
You drew a front, you drew a left, and you drew a right or a top, and then over in the corner you had a 3-dimensional freaking image of it.
That one. It's that one.
Is where the sub base is right down the road. I mean, every school in Connecticut just about does mechanical drafting as a high school thing, because EB is like the largest between EB and Sikorsky. They're the two largest employers in the state. So everybody does drafting, because even if you don't end up being a drafts person, you need to be able to read the blueprint. So that was like every high school. PC Llama strikes again. What?
They had scrolls. This is true. They used
person crushing llama? Yeah, I crush people. Are you trying to say I'm politically correct? Because I am not politically correct. The only politically correct about me is my politics. They are correct.
They are correct.
I am not politically correctly spoken. I am politically correct in my politics of choice. Which are, I don't give a crap about politics as long as Trump's gone.
That's not a politic.
No, it's really not. It's just common sense.
I want a world full of candy.
I want the world full of candy.
Yep.
Candy Crush or real candy?
Well, you automatically get that with Windows.
What?
Candy Crush.
Candy Crush.
Yeah.
Oh, does it come on Windows now?
Yeah, as soon as you install it, it automatically installs on the background. It will run in the background too.
Yep. Use all your processing power in the background.
Sarcasm. Like PC Llama sarcasm.
Sure.
PC Llama strikes again. Uh-oh, what did I miss?
Everything?
I swear a lot. That's all you missed, which isn't anything to miss.
You swear a
He
lot.
doesn't swear a lot. Son of a gun.
I work in IT, so I definitely swear a lot.
Yeah. There's a difference between swearing a lot and swearing at people a lot, though.
Yeah.
Oh, I swear a llama all the time.
Yeah. Well, the
I
thing
swear
is,
a lot.
I do swear at people, but they never hear it.
frequently. Unless I'm driving. My brother wants me to freaking go out and do stuff this weekend. I'm like, no. He's like, what do you mean? I go, do you remember living here? He's like, yeah, why? I'm like, it's a holiday weekend. He's like, oh, yeah, right. Okay, wait till Tuesday.
Oh yeah, it is Labor Day weekend, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
And we have,
Where's your brother live?
and we have absolutely beautiful weather here in a beach town. So that means me and the car are not going to be, we're just not going to, I'm not going to leave the driveway. It's just not happening. Unless I do it at like 7 o'clock in the morning. I'll go to the grocery store at like 7 o'clock tomorrow because I got to get more eggs. That's about it.
There hasn't been that much traffic here in the DC area. I've been surprised.
Well, we're actually not so bad this year because one, the whole freaking world bullshit, but the beaches, and they made it well known in the state and most of the states around here. The Soundview Beach and neighboring beaches all have to comply with the new sewerage for the clean the sound deal.
Mm-hmm.
So they're putting all new septics in. Like everybody gets a brand new septic paid for. You only have to pay $500. Rest of it's all done by the state and the federal government because it's to clean the sound out. So
Wow.
nobody on the beach within a half a mile or a mile of the waterfront can have a septic system. You all have to go into a community, town-owned septic. But they're paying for it. But they're doing it all at once. There's like
Nice.
15 or 16 construction companies down there all digging up, putting in pipes, doing everything all at once. They're doing like all 30 or 40 of the beach roads this summer. Yeah, political BS. So the beaches are basically like a clusterfuck. You can't drive around there. There's backhoes and construction, and the roads are all torn up, and because they're putting all new piping in and everything. It's all going to be city water and city septic, where they all used to have septic systems.
Yeah.
They can't do that anymore. Nobody can have a septic system. They tried to push us. They said, you're too close to the waterfront. I'm like, yeah, but we have enough height. There's enough ground material between our septic and any water. And they're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't want city. Even if they were going to pay for it, I do not want city septic or city water. I have a beautiful well, and I have a way oversized septic system, and they both work just fine. I don't want city water. Hate city water. Don't want to pay for my septic. I have a septic I paid for. It works. Why am I going to pay you every month?
Because I
Just
said so.
fixed it like 5 years ago. Not that it needed fixing, but cleaned it out.
Hey, Chris, you probably haven't, but did you ever try playing with one of these? Arsenal?
No.
Have you heard about it?
Yeah, the wireless trigger thing.
No. This is what it does is it sets everything for you. Does all your settings.
No.
So you can take a photograph. Yeah. It's interesting. I just started playing with it, so we'll see how it works out.
Oh.
Oh, by the way, they got a new one coming out now, Arsenal 2. They're crowdfunding it on Kickstarter. So it's a new version. So I got to check it out, see if it's the update.
Gotta get the Bowflex up here.
Don't do it.
Gotta do it. Need the exercise. Not getting enough exercise with the bum legs and crap.
You can do it.
You can do it. I still have like freaking storm damage out there I haven't cleaned up. I did the basic front lawn. I haven't done any of the side lawns or the back lawn.
Would you get a lot of twigs and stuff?
Oh God, tons. Just covered. It's like it looks like fall after all the leaves have dropped already. Right now. And the leaves are not dropped yet. Although they're starting. I did notice there's like some color changes here and there. Which is really depressing.
No.
Just grab a couple kids, give them $10 a piece, and let them clean it all up.
That it don't bother me. I actually like doing it when I can walk. It's just with my knees all screwed up. Anyway, I just don't like fall and winter. I mean, I actually like fall. I just wish we could skip winter. Go right from fall, have that like month between Thanksgiving and Christmas of winter, and then you can like transition into spring in like January, and then February needs to start spring, and then spring from February to like May. February to May is spring, and then like a month of really hot and miserable summer, and then a couple 3 months of fall, and then a month of winter, and then like 6 months of spring. That's my ultimate Earth. I'm gonna design rocket engines that'll push the Earth into this elliptical orbit around the sun to change the seasons for me.
That sounds worse than ever if you're the one designing it.
Hold on. Where's my copperhead?
Where's Elon Musk when you need him?
Not destroying the Earth.
Yeah, he is. Look at all the rockets he's blasting off. You don't think those things are polluting the Earth?
Yes.
So I'm 3D printing parts for my e-bike. These are adjusters for the brakes that just like disintegrated when I tried adjusting them.
No
Yeah, well, they
disintegrate
get hot.
number 5.
He's like freaking blasting a SpaceX. There's like a new rocket almost every other day now.
People keep paying him money.
Because he was launching, the last 2 he launched were out of like Mexico. They were down in, was it Cape? I want to say Cape.
Jekyll, what dimension do you
in Africa, ain't it? I don't know. The Cape down there.
Cape Cod?
No, in Mexico. Cape Cod's right up here. Cape Cod's a couple hours away from me.
Yeah, llama.
Yeah,
You're
that's
fancy.
another place
We
you don't
know.
Not even going close to Cape Cod this weekend.
Okay. That dimension is. Where's my. Here we go.
That big and about this tall. That big and about this tall. It's about this big.
Well, there's a couple places you can put. So if you take the block,
What do you
you
measure?
measure it there.
I can see his
I
damn
got 12.1. 12.1 millimeters.
Yeah.
Is that what you need?
For what? What are you talking about?
He's talking
about
to Dr. Jekyll.
Dr. Jekyll? I don't see him in chat, though.
He's there.
He's in
Did he
chat.
block me? I'm going to
Got
switch to live chat. Oh, there it goes. Oh, he wasn't working. He wasn't showing up in the other chat.
The other chat's broken half the time.
Yeah. Yeah, it always defaults to that. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever.
Oh, I see it now. I wasn't really reading the chat. It's like half covered. Anyway,
Okay.
probably bolt. I really need a nap.
A nap.
Yep.
Oh, man.
I was up at like 4 o'clock this morning.
I'm up at 4:30 every morning, including Saturday.
Yeah. Shut up, you old fart.
What's up, Paul? Deep
I
in
keep hearing.
Marlin.
Oh, I know.
Focus
It's
on a
freaking
little-
holiday weekend. It's all the damn motorcycles. That's what I'm hearing.
I got a railroad track going by, and they're finally fixing the track. Goes over the road. So I woke up to that. That was great.
Railroad tracks.
Yep.
Should ban those.
You still working on photos, Chris?
I'll be doing this for days.
Oh, well.
For days.
You got a nice long weekend.
I don't want to edit all weekend.
You want to go fishing?
Yes, you do. You like editing.
I do like editing. I don't want
You
to
are
do
the
it for that
queen of
long.
editing. The bearded queen of editing.
Well, that's a oxymoron.
Are you? Just a moron.
That
Oh,
is-
that's weird.
There's no oxy involved.
No Oxycontin here, buddy.
No, me either.
Two different stepper drivers and two stepper motors. It's doing the same thing, or it's just like it's got like a heartbeat. Like it'll just sit there and just kind of wiggle back and forth.
You
outside
got it
wires
hooked
are
up backwards.
Yeah, the wires are crossed. You need to change them.
Flip the two outside.
The two outside.
Yep. Or the two inside, or the two left, or the two right.
Well, it does eventually turn,
just
but like
two.
when it stops, it'll just sit there and wiggle.
Ugh.
So it does turn, but when it stops, it'll do the vibration. Like the phases are actually correct. Like if I like short the two phases, I can get the motor to stop. Or like go to its ending point.
That don't sound right.
Strange.
Yeah.
That sounds like you got it underpowered, so it's struggling to sit in that in between.
I've got it set to like 1.2 amps, according to everything that I can find. I have it set to like 1.4 volts on these stepper drivers, and that's the max. Like if I go any further, it's either got a stopper or it goes to zero.
Usually when it vibrates, it's micro stepping if it's not crossed, and either have it over micro stepped that the actual motor can't do.
Yeah. And the other stepper is just like it's
red
all
light.
the same box. So
From the crane.
It's a
Yeah, when
crane
I'm
light.
editing, I have a very interesting concentration face.
A red light from the crane.
Yeah, he's at the
One
yard.
red light.
Oh,
Who sings that song? One headlight, one red light.
Red light, green light, purple light. No light?
Isn't it like oh, I can't remember the name of the band. One of them 80s, 90s bands.
Ah, yes.
2000
One of those
band.
80s, 90s bands. The
Who
most
is it? One,
descriptive
they sing
term.
one headlight. Wallflowers, ain't it? Don't they sing that? The one headlight song.
You got me, Broseph. I'm a good red light. How you doing, man?
Anyway,
Somebody.
I got one of my new wireless Weiss cameras that's wireless,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
and I put it inside a refrigerator I got out front on the porch that has a glass door. Look at the picture.
Oh, wow.
Wireless.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Why did
Those
you
Wise
put
cams
it
are
in
pretty
the
nice.
refrigerator?
To hide it.
In case somebody's coming up on your refrigerator trying to steal your beer out of your porch refrigerator.
No, it's to watch the trucks, but I've got another one to the right of that mounted up that I can,
Okay.
move, and then I got another camera on the other side of the porch that's pointed directly up. So I have 3 angles now to watch them. Straight in the back, and then from either side I can see everything.
I never forget when those security cameras like 5-6 years ago became really popular. It was all over the news. This lady got one because she was trying to figure out whose dog it was that was pooping in her yard every day. So she puts one of those, before the Wise, but one of the, closed circuit security cameras up. And she's watching it at like 5 o'clock in the morning. And it's some dude jogging, and he comes along and he's jogging, and he drops his pants and takes a dump in her lawn every day.
Well, she should have been able to tell the difference between dog poop and human.
I don't know. It was just
Not if
funny.
all you eat is grains and meat.
The dude like dumps in the yard every morning.
If
Well,
I
that
eat dog
makes sense
biscuits
if
and
he's
dog
like
food every day, it's
jogging
going to look the same and smell the same.
He's like jogging along, and he, you can see him. He jogs by, and then he comes, he's doing his loop back, and he stops and takes a dump in the yard, drops his freaking drawers right there, and dumps in the yard.
So she was able to see the guy clearly.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Including his butt crack, apparently.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they showed it on the news. Obviously they like, smudge out his butt and everything, but it was funny.
I can see your
Obviously,
butt
it's a neighbor that
clearly
didn't like her
now.
much.
The green is gone.
The green.
Needless to say, that dude's majorly embarrassed because he got caught on camera.
I know people do stupid things, especially these days. Cameras are everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah, the NSA has them all.
Yes, that's
It's not
true.
fair that they get toilet cams and I don't.
I think the Chinese have more than the NSA do.
Mine's not even hooked up to the
I
internet.
mean, theirs has facial recognition in China,
You don't
and it's like
think
you
it's
can't
hooked
go
up
on
to
this
the
bus because your social value is too low.
What you don't know is it's hooked up to the Chinese satellite internet, and it's
Yeah.
beamed back to China because the Chinese really want to know what you're doing in your basement.
They do. They want to make sure I'm not making a better printer than the CR6 SE. So
That's
trust
not
me,
like
if I made the printer that wanted to be warmer than a 6 SE, I could do it. But they're doing really good if you want nice, hot, smoking printer action.
Oh. So that driver is dead. That driver is dead
Nice.
because, well, you're not gonna be able to see
Was
that
the
unless I
math
put
wrong?
a tag on it. I'm not sure.
I gotta redo Marlin. I gotta figure out.
I mean, this stepper is set up the same way as this guy, and it came out of the same kit. This
Those
one's
are-
a different stepper, so
those are
they're
just like
cheap
your
Chinese.
old 48, 95,
Yeah,
whatever.
that's all they are. Yeah, they're the A4988s.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not great steppers, but I don't need anything great for this. This isn't.
Yeah, you do. You need nothing
Actually,
but
for
that.
the CNC machine, is that what that's for?
Yeah.
You might actually want better ones because those don't have enough oomph behind them to push it. I don't think.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that, but yeah.
Maybe that's why they went bad.
This is what people were recommending. So
Really,
in the initial setup, so yeah, they said you don't need anything more than an amp for this.
I'm not super up on all that, but from what I understand, they're kind of the 4988s are kind of weak.
Weak sauce.
And need more juice.
Yeah, their max output is an amp and a half.
We're still here, Mario.
Or at least that's what everything says. I don't know about the Chinesium stuff, but they say it's an amp and a half.
No, I was talking to Dave. I was talking about the one headlight. I think it's Wallflowers does it. Not positive, but one of those 3 doors down or Wallflowers or one of those in that group of time frame of bands. Keep hearing noises out in the yard. I don't know. It's probably the new freaking neighbor. This freaking chair. Holy crap. These skate wheels actually do roll around so much better than regular old desk chair wheels do. They're almost too good. You can roll around like
Stop
madman.
making too good stuffs.
Well, even still, I mean, I've had this, a couple of months now, and even still, you go to like push back and roll away like you normally would, and you end up doing it too hard. The next thing you know, you're like, whoa, stop! You roll it away.
I mean, I could throw a SKR board at this.
I have one. I'm going to have to set up a day there for Warkocki to sit there and help me set it up so I don't burn it up again. Good eyes, man. That was a great face, dude. That was perfect.
I'm ready. Look at me.
I'm not ready.
Face.
No, I'm not taking responsibility.
I will not take responsibility for the fires you start in your pants.
It was, I thought it was the Wallflowers. It's one of the 2 good songs, or 2 or 3 good songs they have.
Yeah.
You know, I was gonna make BLTs for dinner tonight, but I don't think I have any tomato left.
That's easy to solve. Go get some ketchup.
Yeah, no. That does not make a good BLT.
What, you don't like bacon, lettuce, and ketchup sandwiches?
No.
All right, then
Bacon,
peanut
lettuce,
butter.
Ketchup. Ugh.
Yep.
Do you know what makes a good sloppy Joe?
Ketchup.
Replace the water with a beer, like a Newcastle,
Yeah.
and the ketchup with a
Sam
With,
Adams. We used to use Sam Adams for that.
Sam Adams is good too.
Yeah.
Then replace the tomato paste with barbecue sauce. It is
Yes.
so good.
I had tacos, but I still hungry.
Can't do tacos either because I don't have any taco shells. I only got one taco shell left. How did I end up with one taco shell? That's a question for the universe. How did I end up with one taco shell?
Bad family planning.
Yeah. I was going to make tacos last night because, they're over in the corner. I saw the box over in the corner. I'm like, yeah, tacos. And I pulled out the box. Luckily, I pulled them out before I started making the hamburger and everything. I was like, yeah, how many can I make? I pulled it out. There's one shell in there. I was like, what the hell?
The place I usually normally have my birthday dinner at is still closed, so I get to figure out something for dinner. Well, I might do the Jamaican place. So I think they're still open.
Jamaican.
Haven't eaten there at all. What's a good Jamaican dish?
Not a clue. I don't eat
Patties.
They're
Like kind of like they're kind of pasties, but way more flavorful.
Yeah, Chris would know.
Always get jerk chicken. You can always try their ribs. They always make like a good Jamaican rib. Fish is always good.
Jerk chicken.
Jerk chicken.
I do love a traditional jerk chicken where it's got like the nice seasonings. It's not dry. And they got patties.
All right. Well, I'm going to head out.
Yep, I'm going to do the same here shortly. But we'll see you later, Mr. Llama.
See you, Llama.
See you guys later. I'm sure someone's streaming tonight, either
I'll game
Dan
tonight.
or Justin or you or somebody.
I will do a game night tonight for sure. Well,
That would be
maybe.
cool.
Who knows? Like, my body hates me. Like, it's still recovering from all this.
Yeah, your body. Trade.
I might pop in for that. Hey, one of the best Jamaican patties that I ever had was actually in the Grand Cayman Islands.
Nice.
Oh my God, that thing was awesome.
Man, there's so much flavor in that meat. Like, I don't know what's in it.
You're right.
A beef patty. I don't know, man. It's so good.
Yeah, but not from 7-Eleven.
Hell no.
You gotta go to a real Jamaican place and get them.
Mm-hmm.
So different.
Well, that's why I don't like going to Buffalo Wild Wings and getting their jerk chicken flavor, because it's like, it's just this sweet sauce with a lot of anise and like it's got some of the herbs and spices you'd think of, but the chicken's not made right. Like they don't deep fry their chicken and then cover it in sauce. They typically smoke it or grill it. So, food, man, don't mess with the expert recipes.
Absolutely not.
If someone does it right, that's the way you do it.
Gotta go with the flow.
Mm-hmm.
Do it right. Man, I still gotta clean up here. I envy you for getting your basement cleaned up. I gotta get my office here cleaned up. This place is a mess. I'll do it this weekend. I'll do most of it this weekend.
Yeah, I can't believe I can wheel around the basement, and I have an entire shelf that has nothing on it. Like it's ridiculous. Like I can actually buy printers and put them there.
Wow, I wish
I mean, I
had
don't have the money to do it, but I can do it.
Yeah, I wish I had some extra room. Plus, I got one of my backup, the UPS, that's not working.
Ah, that sucks, man.
Yeah, but that one's the secondary one for some of the smaller stuff. My two main ones are working; they're fine. But this one, this is actually got the battery, the extra battery on the side.
Mm-hmm.
So let me show you that one right there. The APC.
Yeah.
So that one's dual. So that one's important because I want to plug some stuff back in there that I need to keep on a UPS. And I think it might be something minor, I'm hoping, because I just replaced the batteries in there maybe 7 months ago.
Okay.
No. 8, 9 months ago, something like that. I replaced the batteries.
I always buy the new fancy digital one, so they yell at me when I need to fix something.
The fancy digital? You talk about the new UPSs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got two of those.
Screen tells me how nice this line signal is.
Yes. I've got two of those APCs.
Yeah, that was the greatest invention ever for people who care about their battery backups. I was like, I can tell what it's doing and if it's doing anything at all.
Yeah, and you can do all kinds of settings in the software. You can change the alarm, what voltages to alarm you, and all that stuff. That's what I like.
Yep. Yeah, that's why I got mine. I was like, I can't do this crap anymore with this. All it does is if it feels the power go out, it turns on.
Yeah.
And then makes a loud noise. I'm like, I don't like any of this.
Just a fan. Like
So
this.
what stepper motor doesn't use a 3mm screw?
That's weird.
Yeah, it's whatever this guy is. This fits in there perfectly fine.
That's
Red's
a weird
in there.
screw.
Yeah. This one, it just like, it's the same size. It like does the first couple of threads. Kind of like metric versus standard or imperial or whatever you want to call it. You know, the threads in perfectly fine. Yeah, the thread pitch is like way different too.
Yeah, one might be a 0.5 thread pitch, and the other one might be smaller version. Are they the same pitch on the?
Well, looks like I'll have to go to the hardware store for that.
No, you're gonna get stuck there and end up buying a new deck.
Yeah. Well, the
You
only
go to
place.
hardware store, dude. Like I remember when I was a kid, I hated going.
Yeah.
Because I was like, there's no toys here. And then now as an adult, it's like, I'm just gonna walk around the power tool aisle and see what things I can convince myself I need.
Yeah.
I do that all the time.
I totally need another sander, an orbital sander. Trust me. Like I can then sand twice as fast. And I'm like, that Chris, stop. You have a nice orbital sander. Like you just sanded your whole deck so you can stain it this year. You don't need.
Yeah. Thankfully, it's a small like Ace hardware is the only place that I can find 3mm at. So
Yeah.
So at least that's a saving grace of that place. It's a tiny
It
place.
is smaller. Yeah, we have a small place that I like to go to, but it unfortunately has everything. We have a mom and pop hardware store, like an old school mom and pop hardware store, like, and all the people that work there can actually teach you how to do stuff, and it's like, holy shit.
You know, that's the way Home Depot used to be.
Yeah.
They had experts in every department.
They're expensive to maintain.
Overstock. They don't do that anymore.
Yeah. So it's really cool about the place I go to. It's called Mickelson Hardware. What's really messed up, this is every like twice a year they work with Milwaukee on a battery exchange. So they'll give you $50 off any Milwaukee power tool if you bring in your old non-working power tool.
Oh.
So if you got like an old Ryobi that takes the old shitty NiCad batteries, you just give them this thing you don't want anymore, and they'll give you $50 to $100 off your next power tool purchase. I'm just like, Dude, I'm gonna come in here. I'm just gonna like bring one at a time. Like,
Yep.
I can always find power tools I don't need. Like,
Yeah. I mean, I've got a couple in the garage that I don't need. That's actually kind of cool.
yeah,
Like, I don't have a charger for one of them.
yep.
Yeah, I got a
That's-
bunch of Black and Decker stuff because I went to Milwaukee, so everything I have now is Milwaukee.
Yeah, same thing. I went to Milwaukee as well after having Ryobis for a long time.
Yeah.
The blue. Remember the old blue Ryobis with the big yellow batteries that lasted
Yeah.
like a month?
Well, I have now the Milwaukees, but I've got a lot of Black and Decker stuff that I need to either give away or, they just need batteries because
Yeah.
the old batteries were NiCad on those
Yep.
things. They still make batteries
Yeah,
for.
I went with Makita.
there you go.
Unfortunately, they still make batteries
Makitas.
for
Yeah,
them.
Makitas are good.
Yeah, Makitos, dude, they're so small.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
that's
prefer
what I
the
kind of like
Milwaukees
about them.
'cause, like, they are bigger, but holy crack fiend, like the things are built like freaking tanks, and I've never not been able to get a
Yeah.
battery for them. Makitas are good too because
Yeah, that's kind of why I like these ones.
Shouldn't be able to not get batteries for those Makitas because people love those things.
Yeah, yeah. Like if they decide to not sell those batteries, like that's gonna be like suicide. Like so many people would switch to a different brand because of that.
Oh yeah.
Because so many people like them. They also have a like cold weather battery too, which is kind of interesting.
I mean, sitting right here on the floor is my layer checker light from Milwaukee. I haven't charged it in forever, and it still turns on.
Yeah, I do kind of like the Cryobi or Ryobi hot glue gun that they have. Like that's
oh,
actually
the
pretty
battery
sweet.
operated. Yeah.
Like that thing heats up so quick.
I want to get one of their nail guns. The Milwaukee battery powered nail guns, because like every couple times a year I need a nail gun. I just borrow my buddy's like pneumatic one. I'm like, this is nice, but I hate having the air tank. I hate all this stuff. But
Yeah.
I do like my air tools as well.
yeah.
The impact wrench taking off tires, like it is so nice to just take it right off. Don't even have to worry about anything.
Are you talking about the battery powered one that also has the cartridges with gas in them that you use? No.
No, they don't have any cartridges, but I have used those for a brad
Yeah.
nailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got the tank. Those are nice.
Yeah.
They're loud as fuck though. Like
Yeah, they are.
It's like
Actually, I think they made them quieter now.
Yeah, I only have an old one my buddy lets me borrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like every shot, it's louder than a normal one. I'm like, what is it? Why? How is this louder? You have a tiny CO2 tank.
Well, it could be like those things for nailing into these. They put these big bolts looking things into concrete, and they use 22 caliber rifle like
22
blanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that
It's like
down here.
bang,
for-
bang, bang. It's like
The
holy
downfall is if they don't make your concrete right, it just shatters the concrete every time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or if you use too hot a load, or you gotta know which ones to use too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use the wrong load.
This concrete here, we try to use those things. It just chips chunks out every time.
Yeah, because you got
So-
yellow, red, purple. I think is the strongest. I just bought a whole set of that.
Yeah.
I haven't had to use it yet, but we do come across it every once in a blue moon.
DeWalt makes good stuff too. My only issue with DeWalt is like some of the tools lately have been like really crappy.
Yeah, it was pretty much between Milwaukee and DeWalt because Homeless Despot. That's the only things that they really sell.
Yep.
When I bought these, and I think they have Milwaukee now as well.
But what I like about Milwaukee, if you got the Milwaukee, the actual distributor near you,
yeah,
and if you don't need a receipt or anything, if you bought your thing recently, and you just take it to them and they look at the serial number, they look it up, they know if it's under warranty or not. They'll just take it, fix it, and send it back to you.
Yeah.
That's why I used to try to buy what's that one brand that's the orange brand.
Orange.
Fine.
Oh, Bosch.
No,
The Bosch or
Bosch is green, I thought.
Yeah, Bosch is that dark
Bosch
blue
is
green.
green. Okay, I think
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Fine?
Nope.
Fine tools? No.
No.
It's the one Home Depot sells.
Yeah. Orange. Oh, geez.
I bought a few of their things. They said they have a lifetime warranty, and those things fucking in a year, I killed 2 impact drivers. I was like, how do you kill rigid?
Rigid.
Yeah.
That's it. Rigid.
And they look really cool and they work really well, but I've killed so many. And the warranties are like, well, they kept fighting it. I was like, okay, well, I'm out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like the Craftsman stuff. It's kind of sad that Sears is gone because I don't think anyone in town.
Lowe's is now the Craftsman distributor. They bought the Craftsman name.
I'd have to go down to Oshkosh for that.
Yeah. It is really sad. Like,
yeah.
One of the few American tool makers that made really good wrenches and stuff that you didn't, not like Mac or anything. Like, you would pay a reasonable price for a lifetime warranty tool.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was nice because you just take it back and they just give you a new one.
There's always at the mall, man. There's always a Sears at your mall.
Yep. No receipt, no nothing. Don't need it. Just bring it back.
As long as it says Craftsman on it.
Yeah. I've only had to bring in one ratchet from them and had zero problems. I handed it to them. They handed me a new one and went on my way. It was kind of nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are the days.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to send this one picture to myself and then...
So the benefit of swapping around those steppers like that is I actually don't need to replace that stepper motor. The original one was all happy with the stepper driver, so...
I do have a rigid table saw because they had a really nice folding table saw that has wheels, so you can fold it up real small.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really cheap to get dovetail blades for it. They have like a kit that you can do, and it does all the measuring. So literally you put the piece of wood in, and if you insert it one way, it'll cut all the dovetails, and then you set the other side in, but you flip the side, and it'll cut the other opposing dovetail on the same board.
Oh, nice.
And then they just connect them. Like, this is the most amazing. Like, I don't do construction stuff or much building, but when I need to, I'm like, I don't want to fuck around. Like, I don't have 6 days to finish a deck. It's like I just want to finish. I just want to finish this home improvement project. Like, I don't got time for, like when I bought a chop saw, I was like, I'm getting one with a laser. I'm getting, angle and length. I'm gonna be able to cut 60-inch boards. Like, I want to be able to cut bigger boards. Like, I'm not buying those dinky ones like like an old school miter box one. Like, no, not gonna do it.
I went to the
it's gonna have a laser. It's gonna have a compound miter box. That's what I want.
The what's it called? Pawn shop. I've been buying a lot of decent amount of tools from there and had pretty good luck.
Yeah, pawn shops are really the only downfall of the pawn shop stuff is a lot of that's from construction sites.
Yeah.
So I bought a studio. One of my first studios I had, it was 4,000 square foot. We did all the construction in it, and we bought most of the tools from it. One day someone busted in and stole all the tools, and I always go to pawn shops just like to see what kind of cool, especially like for old classic video games, because they have no idea what to price it.
Yeah.
They pretty much just throw it in like the 25-cent bin because they're like, no one comes here for classic games, but or old systems. And I went there and I found all my tools.
Huh.
It was such a pain in the ass too.
Do you put your social security number on them or something?
We didn't, dude, because like it was a locked building. Like we're the only ones who knew there were tools in there. Like
now
someone busted in.
We put my Millennium emblem. Just draw an M like this, and then put MHVAC on somewhere on the inside, like under where the battery goes or whatever, so you can't see it, so we can ID them.
Yeah, that's almost why I want to get one of those. They make branding for plastic, like little brands. You heat them up, and then you can just stamp them in individual places. Because there's always a piece of plastic on these power tools.
Yes, that's an idea.
Yeah, but on that note, I'm gonna go have some food.
Cool,
send
me
this
too.
Image to my client.
After making me so hungry.
Dude.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get hungry, but it's what happens. It's what happens. But I'll be back late tonight with I'm 20 minutes from Chalkland. Oh, and Warner Ladder. Wow. I do need a nicer ladder, but on that, yeah.
I got
I'll
a
be back
neighbor
late
that does
tonight for game
construction.
night. Yeah. I'm gonna be leaving work in 30 minutes and then 4-day weekend. What? Dan, you better make out with your wife for 3 of those days. Straight.
Dan can't wait to get home. He's gonna have a 4-day weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the first day of my 4-day weekend.
But Dan doesn't go back to. I think he goes
Tuesday.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
Yeah, all the way to Tuesday there.
Hell yeah. All right. Good night, gentlemen. Good night,
All
chat.
right. Everybody,
Enjoy
you
your
guys-
rest of your Friday. I might see you tonight.
Yeah, see you later. Maybe.
Yes.